we just gonna go ahead and get started.
Hold on.
All right, welcome to episode 239 of Technical File, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, a.k.a. Ass Ketchum, a.k.a. Mr. Give It To Me. Gotta have a little self-control this week. I'm at the crib and shit, so, you know.
Also, you get your family the courtesy, but not us.
Yeah, that's how
I'm the RJ.
Only known as
The RJ.
And I'm Camille, point guard of the crew, the real life Tifa Lockhart, the girl next door, you know, holding it down for all the women who love sports.
It is your boy, the gentleman.
The gentleman.
The everyday gentleman.
24/7.
Or better known as K. Diddy.
Let me tell y'all what I'm laughing at. Hold on, man. The first comment done came through on the stream.
This motherfucker here, ain't this a hold on, what he all right, bro.
Hell no.
All right,
The
bro.
very first comment done came through.
Yeah,
sure.
damn.
For sure.
I had
Yeah,
to
bro.
Shout
Had
out
to bring up-
Triple T.
came through and said Tim out here with the little bill fro. So, you know, encouragement for y'all to come watch this YouTube version of the show and see what Tim looking like.
Hey, man,
Sport-
I gotta run my shit out.
Sport fact of the week.
Yeah. So today is 2/22/22. So shout out Chris Middleton. It's a Tuesday. It's just all twos. I'm the 2 of no, let me take that back because Easy from Sweats and Suits gonna be on my ass. February 22nd, 1959. In the inaugural Daytona 500, Lee Petty and Johnny Beauchamp. They crossed the finish line side by side. Beauchamp was declared the unofficial winner, but that ruling was overturned 3 days later by NASCAR founder Bill France. So there's some, Daytona 500. That was their first big time race in NASCAR. There's a photo finish. It was apparently helped launch NASCAR as a really powerhouse sport. So we never talk about motorsports on here, so I figure it's a nice little switch up.
Motorsports. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Triple T in the comments really quick said that he's just still mad that Tim killed him in Madden, so don't mind him. He getting the jokes off tonight. That's all that is.
So when a grown man can't light up the scoreboard, that's all I'm gonna say.
Ooh.
I was gonna say, what was the reason last week? Because he was on your ass last week.
That's a fact. So
Just some friendly Tim banter. That's all.
right. As we get into this show, we do want to say if you were in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, or the greater Milwaukee area, Wisconsin, we had an ice storm. So at the moment, my car is completely iced over, and I cannot physically get into my vehicle. So we at home, we at the crib.
Chilling.
Yeah, I'm not alone with the iced out cars, and this ain't the way I wanted my car to be iced out, but tis what it is. So hopefully that melts soon. Otherwise, I'll just be home for the next, I don't know, however many days until it's not
Rest of
freezing.
the work week.
Yeah.
I don't think it's supposed to break freezing until Friday. So
We're going to have to figure that out before time. We got somewhere to go.
Man.
But no, all that being said, we're going to get into the show. we're gonna start with All-Star Weekend. All-Star Weekend has come and gone. We are, without basketball now until Thursday. It's been weird not having no basketball. We without Bucks basketball until Saturday. Like, what in the world? Anywho, All-Star Weekend, we just go over the events of the weekend, give our opinions on it, of course, and then we're going to spend some time delving into the comments of Mr. LeBron James.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
And I can't wait to get Ken's input on these things. So starting off with, Friday night, we had Team Barry, who won the Rising Stars game. Kate Cunningham was the MVP. Did y'all watch the Rising Stars game? And if so, how did y'all like the changes to that event?
It was on. Was I paying attention? Not really. No, I was in and out of it. I did kind of like that shooting skills competition. Like, that was fun and embarrassing for Scotty Barnes and
Scotty Barnes.
Oh my God.
That man could not make a
money for nothing, bro.
Oh.
I don't know what
I was like, why Tim get all big?
What happened?
Hey, my mouse must have went over the wrong icon. Fam. You expanded on the video. I was like, yo, it's a lot of Tim right now.
Hey.
Like, being personal.
No, don't do that.
Hey, yo.
Is that the end of your Friday night thoughts?
Yeah. I feel like maybe the game should be shorter. Like, I don't think we need every game to be that long. Like,
I didn't see it. I wish I'd have seen it. I had to
like 40 or something like that.
How long was the game?
I really enjoyed it. The first two games were to 50 points, and then the last championship game was to 25 points.
That doesn't seem like it's that long. Was it that long?
It didn't feel that long to me when I was watching it. To me.
Was it 4 games?
3.
Yeah.
It was 3 games in the shooting contest.
Yeah, that's fair.
I really liked it. But I think part of why I enjoyed it so much is because I enjoy the talent that's in the league right now. So it was like just each team, I was like, there was someone I wanted to see. And it was competitive. The guys were into it. When that score kept creeping closer to that final target score, you saw the defense kicking up a little bit more. You saw them really playing. I had fun with it. Like, that's probably the most fun I've had with a Rising Stars game, which admittedly is not that high of a bar. But it's something to say, like, it was the best Rising Stars game that I can remember in the last, I'll say, 10 years easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you watch, Ken?
I watched the first 2 games. Then after that, I kind of checked out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was entertaining though. Just like you said though, especially like when it came down to getting closer to 50, you could see, the intensity pick up though. And it was dope. Just seeing like young stars that we normally don't watch like on a daily basis or whatever, seeing them get displayed was really dope.
Then you had All-Star Saturday night, which is some people's favorite night of the whole weekend. You have the skills challenge, you got the 3-point challenge, and then you had the dunk contest. Team Cavs won the skills challenge. Crompton Towns won the 3-point contest, and then Obi Toppin won the dunk contest. So I set that up to give y'all the mic, whoever wanted to start first. What were your thoughts on All-Star Saturday night? And what was your favorite event of the Saturday night slate?
If this is supposed to be a showcase for the league, like, they completely dropped the ball. Like, I don't mind. Like, it was convoluted as hell, but like, I didn't mind the skills competition format. But like, maybe don't have like rookies and G leaguers in there trying to show off like skills and shooting. Like, don't have the Adetokunbros in there for shooting. Like,
good Lord,
for entertainment value. Because like, all you're doing is setting up like Reggie Miller and Dwayne Wade to talk shit about like how bad the players are, like how bad they can't shoot, and all. Like, actually sell the league. Like, as a fan of the league that wants to see it do well, like, put people in a position to where like they can succeed and that the league can look better as a reflection. Like the dunk contest, like, it's hit or miss. Like, maybe don't build your entire night up to something that could be a dud that leaves a sour taste in everybody's mouth. Like, the 3-point contest is always going to be good because everybody that they put in it can shoot, and it's
You never
exciting because this was just
I saying you never know.
but like, and then that thing with like the Currys, like that was just like, get this shit off my TV. Like,
Yeah, that was unnecessary. We didn't need no newlywed game at All-Star Saturday night.
Wait, they had
especially when
they
it's
had
like
the Curry game?
Currys, especially when it's the Currys who are hated in Cleveland. Like,
Oh shit!
Wait, the Currys had a game?
You know, they got like a HBO show like about last night or something like that. So somehow they were able to promote their show during All-Star Saturday night in a blindfolded contest where it was like which one of the you two would do this, like of you two, who leaves a party last? And they had glasses of Gatorade.
Drink to do it.
Like one was red, meaning her, and one was blue, meaning him. And then they would drink, and then both of them had the same answer. They would get a point, and they were competing against. TikTok. They're competing against 2 Chainz and his wife. It was really random.
Okay, yeah, that is random, but
it was not.
I guess, but to Eric's point with the showcasing of the league, like you did have your brightest stars there for the most part, though. So they did
for which part?
For most of the All-Star weekend, as far as like the Currys was there. Again, they hated in Cleveland, but Steph is one of the biggest faces in the league.
But he wasn't participating in it though.
What I'm stating is the NBA still, because he played in an All-Star game as well. Like we haven't gotten to the actual game.
But we talking about Saturday. We talking about
Saturday. Again, I like the festivities of Saturday. We got outside of the dunk contest.
Wait, hold on, time out. So you didn't know the Currys played. So like, did you actually?
No. I didn't know they had an actual event thing. That's what I was asking about the Currys. That's why I said the Currys had a game. I didn't know they had a.
But did you watch All-Star Saturday night?
I watched most of the 3-point shooting. I missed Cat winning it. I watched the skills with the Undertaker bros. That was terrible for them. Cleveland Mobley.
It wasn't that bad. I don't know
the shooting part. No, the shooting part was bad. The passing part was good. But it was more so like Evan Mobley was really shining during that event. Like he was showing his ass. I like that. He was more so the highlight of that entire thing, but it wasn't that bad. I thought the Rooks had a chance too initially into the passing part, but I did watch. So it wasn't like I just completely missed it. I did watch. I just didn't see that part.
I don't think All-Star Saturday night is as bad as Eric was saying. I don't necessarily think it was as good as you were saying.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it was amazing.
Okay, because you were saying like they were showcasing stars.
No, because the dunk contest takes it all the way down to at least a 50%. Like that shit was god awful, bro. I didn't no, fuck that.
My thing with that is when it comes to the All-Star weekend, and just in general, like the NFL Pro Bowl is trash. We all know it's trash.
Yes.
And the NBA All-Star weekend can be hit or miss. Some weeks you're gonna, or some years you're gonna get a really exciting Saturday night. And I always feel like the talk about the dunk contest is a little overblown because that's how the dunk contest has always worked. Like there's always like a really great year the dunk contest, and everybody, oh, the dunk contest back, we back, baby, we back, we out here. And then like the next 3 or 4 be trash. And then it's like, oh, the dunk contest, they should get rid of the dunk contest and we need to make changes to the dunk contest. And then somebody who can dunk come back. And then it's like, oh, the dunk contest back. It's like a cycle of how people react to the dunk contest. That doesn't, like, this year's was bad. It was a bad dunk contest, but I don't think they need to get rid of said dunk contest. So the skills challenge with the rules were kind of convoluted, where it was kind of hard to understand what they were saying should be happening, but I thought it was actually fun and like seeing them out there doing it, split up into shooting, passing, and then the obstacle course. And it was exciting. Like even though the Antetokounmpo bros can't shoot, they came out and knocking down 5-pointers off top. So you had an illusion at the beginning where you like, oh, this might be this. It didn't pan out, but like you don't need it for it to be exciting. You know what I mean? Right. Like it was entertaining. It was
entertainingly trash. Like it was entertainingly terrible for them to shoot.
Because you didn't know what was gonna happen.
You did not after the first 2.
Yeah, then you got the team, the Rooks team cast, which I thought was a nice touch to have a hometown based team for the whole city. That was fun, and they had so much crowd support. I loved it. The 3-point contest was cool, which it always is for me. I didn't realize how little Carl Anthony Towns doesn't jump. So I was like, oh yeah, he got a little advantage built in right there with that little set shot that he be using. But I thought it was cool. Like we haven't gotten to Sunday night, but like Friday night and Saturday night are usually underwhelming. I had fun with both nights.
I didn't know who the hell was in the celebrity game.
I don't count that. I don't count that part.
I was watching. I'm like, who the fuck is that?
That you watched?
we had a hotel
Watch
on
that,
Friday, so the only thing we threw on ESPN. So I had an All-Star weekend.
Well, ESPN only had the celebrity games.
I mean the TNT, whatever I was watching that on Friday night, and then Saturday we kind of moved to another. But yeah, I was threw that on TV. Some background.
I just want to clarify for the conversation. I'm not saying that the night was trash. I'm just saying like you can like because the conversation coming out of it is like this was trash. So you set yourself up for failure by maybe structuring it the way that you did or selecting the people that you did because like you're not putting the league on its best footing. That was all my point was. But I wasn't saying like get rid of the dunk contest, like just maybe do skills competition, dunk contest, and 3-pointer. Because you can get bigger stars for 3-pointer, like. You kind of mitigate the fact that it may or may not be good. The dunk contest may or may not be good because like you're building up to 3-point.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad with 3-point ending the night. I think because that's like you mentioned, it's a part of the weekend that will consistently be entertaining. I could agree with that.
That is fair.
And also, it didn't help that either the referees or the announcers didn't know the rules of the skills competition.
No one knew the rules.
Because like they couldn't explain what was going on, so that didn't help.
I think there's a tie, but it's broken by how many passes they made first.
Even like the 3-point when they had to they was tied and going into the final round, it was like, nah, you're gonna shoot a 3-pointer. Like at home, I thought that each player on the team was going to shoot a 3.
That's what Dwayne Wade thought.
Which probably why I thought it, because he talking about what's going to happen. And then you find out but then you find out that Giannis and his brothers thought the same thing. So that's why they picked the Nassus to go out there, because they said, had we known it was only going to be one person to go shoot, we would have put Alex out there. But the Nassus was like, I'm the oldest. Let me, go first and hold it down. He didn't hold it down for POP though. He didn't hold it down. But then you got the Sunday night. Team LeBron defeated Team Durant 163 to 160. Steph Curry was named the MVP.
That motherfucker there.
And as Eric said, Steph Curry was getting booed all weekend in Cleveland. And let me say real quick, shout out to all the Cleveland fans. I like that energy. Y'all that was the proper energy to have for somebody who y'all saw in the finals 4 years, and he won 3 of them. I respect that energy. But I also respect the fact that as he was knocking them threes down,
they turned the chairs. The motherfucker turned face real quick.
You can't help but cheer. He was hitting some outlandish threes
and running up the court. They even looking back at the motherfucker. Just, all right, bro, I'm out. Like, what the fuck? He's the only one looking the opposite direction. Everybody else looking at the damn ball. Then they look at him going the opposite direction. Like, what the fuck is this, bro? Like,
just to explain, like the type of night that Steph Curry had. He was on the team with LeBron. He was on the floor with LeBron James, Giannis, Jokic, who's the fifth? DeRozan, and he was still getting triple team.
Yeah,
still knocking him down.
Like the rest of y'all can beat us. Like this nigga ain't getting a shot off.
50 points,
and most were threes. He had one floater.
That floater was the 50th. that was number 50. Everything else is just bombs away, my guy. From the logo, from half court, from the bench, from the fan section, from the photo op section. Like motherfuckers everywhere, dog.
That man shot 27 threes.
That's crazy.
He made 16 of them.
God damn.
You know how tired I don't care. People be like, oh, it wasn't no defense. I don't care. You know how, first of all, putting up 27 shots it's
in a
tiring.
Game.
It's tiring.
Half speed, full speed, in a game, 27 shots is a lot. Like, your wire rec games is like eight shots, bro. like, you getting 7-8 shots a game. He put 27.
Like Steph is like the anti-Giannis because like he definitely gets the All-Star game because like he was bombing away and then playing zero deep. Like he was just defense. Like,
he had like 2 blocks. He had like 2 blocks in the All-Star game.
Andrew Wiggins.
Hey. I don't know which version of the broadcast y'all watched for the All-Star game, but I watched the TBS version of the broadcast with the inside guys.
Which apparently
was better. I would imagine. It was so much fun. They had Draymond, who was a live reporter on the sideline because he got that deal with Turner.
Yeah, don't do
He was
that.
on the team, but he was mic'd up the whole time. He talking about them. Don't put me in the conversation. No, don't put me with him. It's like,
Don't say that.
Mutombo?
He was spicy as
No, that last guy you said. Who you talking? Rudy Gobert? Yeah, don't talk. Me and Dude ain't the same. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm like, damn. You know you live, right? It's a hot mic, my guy. Like, hold on now. Y'all in the same building. Relax.
He's trying to get booked out the paint. Like, what'd you say?
No, I said he said fuck him politely.
It wasn't that polite.
It wasn't. Straight
Players
to
you
the
can
face.
be on. Players you can be on TV. But yeah, he was clearly going for that All-Star MVP, which was funny because you saw that LeBron was also like doing like he was going for it. He was putting up all kinds of shots. 2 for 11
The shit
from
wasn't
3.
dropping.
It was not.
Hey,
I'm gonna hit him with this one right here. No, you ain't.
I was like, hey, can't drop it, bro. What the fuck?
The last one counted, but damn, bro, the rest of them, I'm like,
Giannis would have had a triple double in the All-Star game had LeBron knocked down some of them shots because Giannis kept hit and LeBron was clank, clank. I was like, come on, fam.
wide open in the corner. Let me look down real quick. Nope. God dang, the look down didn't even work. Wasn't nobody there. I'm like, damn, bro. Like,
And if y'all notice, none of the Lakers fans are on here defending them. Like,
nope.
I think we're gonna find out why in a little bit.
Nope. I'm coming home.
Hey, if you ask Darius Garland, he's gonna be like, nope.
Nah.
He ain't coming
I'm
here
good,
either.
fam. I'm good, fam. They gotta call me first to ask about you. I'm good, fam.
Like, we okay over here, fam. We okay over here.
Like, Evan in the room too. We good.
But yeah, any other thoughts on the game itself before I bring up like the 75 aspect of the weekend?
No, it's fun. I like how they allowed each side to split the cost. I mean, the wins for the charities. So like one team won the first quarter, one team won the second quarter.
How each quarter is like a mini
split
game.
So the charities all got the exact same amount in essence, outside of Steph Curry.
They didn't do that on purpose.
I was gonna say who allowed it.
Yeah, it wasn't allowed. It was not on purpose. It was just the teams they played well. Like it was a very even game.
To your point about the rookie challenge, like you could tell, like once it started getting down to the end of the quarter, like they actually started to try to win the quarter. So I think the new format works, and I'm happy with it. I think it needs to carry on. I think it's a different conversation for later down the road, like if that needs to be adapted more widely for any other scenarios in the NBA. But like for All-Star game, like I think this is the perfect format for now.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
It's fun. It's fun.
Also, what I didn't love was Chris Paul talking about, let me come in for a ceremony assist. Fam, you just broke your hand. There is no need for a customary assist. Like, we know you can. Come on, get out of here.
They told us this 2 hours ago. You talking about coming in? What?
That assist was so that he would have the record for most assists in the All-Star game, right? Magic Johnson probably somewhere pissed.
I don't think he even got an assist during the game, though, did he? No, he didn't. I have the box score up. He was 0 for 1 with 1 foul in 2 minutes.
You came in for an assist and you got a foul?
Yeah, he tried to steal the ball from Gobert and fouled him. I was like, well, now we fouling? Okay. Okay, Chris. Okay.
I mean, at least it was his coach that was coaching him, so like that was his decision. Because if I was like Frank Vogel, well, not Frank Vogel, but like if it was Steve Kerr coaching, like I would have been like, yeah, Chris, go ahead, get out there. You want 5 more minutes? Go ahead. Like injure that wrist. I mean, injure that thumb a little bit more.
That's like one more thought on this since we'll be moving to the 75 thing. But on that TBS version of the broadcast, Draymond had the mic. He go up to Devin Booker. And he's like, are y'all going to win the West? And I was sitting there at first and I was like, that's a weird question coming at this moment. Like, I know you're a reporter in this moment, but you also played for the Warriors. So, okay. And Devin Booker gave the most PC. He's like, hey, man, we take it a game at a time, day by day. But, you know, we're just trying to get to the playoffs and then we'll see what happens. But we love our team. And Draymond's like, that's a good answer. That's a good answer.
Try to set him up.
What else you supposed to say, man? All right, but the part that really made, I think, this particular All-Star game one of my favorites was the halftime festivities. which included honoring all of the NBA 75 members who made the trip to Cleveland. And those who did not, you got to see them in a video waving, which I don't know how much I enjoyed. Some people, like Scottie Pippen was waving all. That man was like looking like this, and he was waving up, looking up. I'm like, who are you pointing to, fam?
No, they done stitched all those people together and put the Family Matters theme song behind
I saw
it.
that.
It's like, oh, bro. It made it more enjoyable though. It was, everybody getting their presidential wave.
Tim
on,
Duncan.
their shit.
I gotta go back and watch. It was this one older black guy. Hands were fucking huge, yo.
Oh, his finger was like,
yeah. I was like, oh, that's huge, bro.
So after you break your fingers too many times.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It don't heal right.
Speaking of which, remember I was telling you about my thumb the other day? About how like it was broken and like we were talking about Chris Paul's thumb injury, and I was saying that how like my thumb, so this one can go all the way in. Hold on, so this one can go in like that. Hold on, there we go. Hold on, we good. Okay, there we go. There we go, right there. So then, but this one only goes part of the way. Like I can't bend.
We can't quite see your finger.
There we go.
Podcast, so.
Yeah, so
yeah.
They got the YouTube too. Hey, we doing both. Let me work.
It's the audio.
Let me work. It's audio and video. Let me work.
Oh, shit.
Ain't that live in the corner saying we live on this video? Let me work, fam. Anyways,
most of our audience is podcast form. I'm just saying.
But
all right, I'm gonna just sit here and just stare at the screen then for the video portion since we're only worried about one half.
hey, fam.
I'm saying, leave me alone, Eric J.
Anyways, to bring it back, I love the 75 acknowledgement. It was super cool seeing my boy Giannis up there with all those legends. I had a moment of just being like, wow, like he is 27 in his 8th season, and he is already one of the best players to ever pick up a basketball in this league. What a blessing it has been to watch his story. But the part that really had me keen and ha-haing was on Twitter. The scuttlebutt was that Jordan wasn't showing up because he was at the track. He's at the tracks. There's like Jordan off at the tracks, which he was. He was at Daytona.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he has a team. He was out there doing his job as a manager. And then halftime comes, they do the forwards, do the centers, and they get to the guards. And the very last name, Michael Jordan. And here he come walking out. And the arena went up. I saw one tweet and it was just like, it's just a little bit different when they say Michael Jordan.
Yeah, bro.
And I was like, yeah.
I was like, yeah, no, ain't no, it's only one MJ, bro. And everybody appreciate that motherfucker, dog. No matter what you say, no matter you argue, as soon as you see him, pop up on your screen, like
On the real.
Talk about somebody like to Steph's point, like talk about somebody that's hated in Cleveland, and for him to get that reception.
Man. He dang near got a bigger pop than LeBron. I think he got the biggest one of the night.
He got the biggest one of the night, easily.
And that's a great point. I almost forgot how much Cleveland hates Jordan. But you gotta respect. After a while, you gotta be like, hey, like you just good at the game. Like sometimes you get beat, you just be like, you better than me. I don't know, like you good, fam. You good. You good.
Like, that's like Aaron Rodgers getting a standing ovation at Soldier Field. Like it's just
Ooh, he will get one.
You think? I don't know about that.
I think he will. I think Rodgers shows.
Hey, we're gonna be DX.
That's the standing ovation that y'all give him.
DX chops.
We'll give you the standing ovation. These 2 words for you, motherfucker.
That's funny. But yeah, what did y'all think of the 75 celebration?
as long as hell. So I appreciate
it. It was cool.
It needed to be. It needed to be because if I had to blow the whistle, it'd be on the NBA because I feel like they have not done enough around the 75th season and highlighting the players on that list. Like it's been too quiet for me based on how big of a deal this all supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, because the way they started the season talking about it and the commercials and I get it. I get that. I can understand.
And like the rollout of the list even was like,
here's the list.
Like they broke it up over 3 days, and like ESPN did it one way, TNT did it another way. Like there was no rhyme or reason as to like what names got released when. So it's just like I don't know. I don't know how they should have done it, but the way they did wasn't great.
What about the petty, the Ray Allen fist bump with LeBron? KG standing there looking at the sky.
KG was
this motherfucker here.
There was a picture of the three of them together.
Yeah,
It was. I seen that.
yeah.
But in the moment, the initial moment, everybody saw it like, okay. Don't.
Well, the picture was before like halftime.
Maybe he was like smiling for the picture, but on the camera he wanted his written on playing. I don't know. KG is just KG. Like
He's
Paul
funny.
Pierce looks so washed. Like I'm trying not to. Nah, fuck it.
I was saying, when's the last time he didn't look washed?
Hey,
I was saying like he
You know how that shit go. You know what it is around here.
PP Paul Pierce.
Welcome.
Oh yeah, they would think we hated Boston the way we be talking about Paul Pierce. We don't.
It ain't nothing to do
We
with
don't.
Boston. It's a shtick started on the show, and we have just continued to roll with it.
I don't think it's a shtick for some of us.
Oh no, it's life.
Hey, all I said, I thought he might be an overrated legend. That's all I had to say about that.
Hey, you started it, and then you called him E40. Then you called him E40, and I'm like,
you ain't got to bring the E40 part back up, fam.
Hey, you
we
did
can
it.
let that. We can let that die. We don't need the babe coming in my mentions, fam.
Made a clip about it. Hey, bro. But
I'm sorry
say
to
it,
my Bay Area friends. I just don't get E40. I really don't get it.
I'm sorry, baby. I can't change my ways. That was my shit. I grew up.
He got a few singles that I enjoy, but I remember when I first heard him on Big Sean, I Don't F With You, and I was like, you didn't have to be on here. You just messed up my whole energy that I felt.
Put my styrofoam up. Pour the drink in the mouth. Ooh. Why you always coming in with bad news?
I'm about to get canceled in Cali.
No, I fuck with E40.
And Paul Pierce from Cali too. Like we just
Hey,
maybe. Never mind.
Hey,
You
Paul Pierce, get this too.
Hey! This is an audio podcast. What are you doing, sir?
no, I can't hear Ken at all.
No, Ken, we gotta get your volume up, fam.
Hold on, turn up this motherfucker.
Man, you might have to pick up your mic like you a wrestler, fam, and just
Right.
cut a promo during this show, fam. Because we don't need your mic to be right for this next topic. We're about to talk about LeBron James.
Oh damn! This was short lived, bro.
So LeBron did. I'll go ahead and set it up, Ken. I'm gonna give you time. I'm gonna try to stall you so you can get your stuff together. But LeBron did a whole bunch of media throughout the weekend, which is expected. One, he's a face of the league. Two, it's in Cleveland, his hometown. So it all makes sense. So some of the interesting comments that he said that I just want to pull out for y'all. He was asked, like, hey, would you ever play in Cleveland again? And LeBron's response was, quote, the door is not closed on that. I'm not saying I'm coming back and playing. I don't know. I don't know what my future holds. I don't even know when I'm free. End quote. They also were talking to LeBron about, would he come back cheaper? Because if you look at the Cavaliers roster, it's a very good roster. They would have to do a lot to get him back on there. So hey, would you take a pay cut? And LeBron ain't interested in no pay cuts. He said, how about the MLE? He said, quote, I don't play mid-level basketball. I don't come for anything less than the top. But there's only one caveat that would change his tune when it comes to taking less. When it involves his son, when it involves Bronny. So he said, my last year will be played with my son. Wherever Bronny is at, that's where I will be. I would do whatever it takes to play with my son for 1 year. It's not about money at that point, end quote. In case you're not aware, Bronny is currently a high school junior. He'll be draft eligible in 2024, and he's currently projected as a mid-second round pick. We'll see how high that draft stock stores with this announcement.
Bronny sweepstakes now.
Right.
Damn, who cold in this draft?
LeBron also had a lot of praise for Thunder GM Sam Presti. He was asked a question about Josh Giddey, and he just started, gushing about the talent acquisition.
Giddey cold, bro.
that the Thunder have had over the years. He brought up Russ and KD and all over the years, all this talent. Man, it's so impressive. He even complimented the Cavs GM, Kobe Altman, who he did not have favorable things to say when he left Cleveland. So some people viewed these comments as a passive-aggressive shot at Lakers GM Rob Pelinka, which we all know when LeBron speaks, he says things for a reason. So he also, one more thing, LeBron also really enjoyed the Rams GM t-shirt he wore during the championship parade that said F them picks. So the first person I want to hear from is Ken, because when LeBron went back to Cleveland, he said that he sees himself retiring in Cleveland. He did not do that. He went to LA.
Yeah.
He also said when he got to LA that he would retire a Laker.
Yeah, he did.
And now he is saying he does not know what his future holds. So I wanna give Ken just the room to speak on any and everything you want to say about LeBron James this season, the future, because honestly, seeing the way that things have gone in LA this year, it does not surprise me that LeBron is already plotting his little exit. Because Pelinka did not bail him out at the trade deadline for the GM moves that he made himself. So,
yeah.
Ken, go ahead, fam.
I don't know, dude. It's just extremely frustrating. LeBron a re-nigga, first of all. Because this nigga always going back on shit that he say. And I hate that shit. We all knew that he was gonna play with Bronny anyway. Like, that ain't really like news, I don't feel like, to anybody. But it would make sense, like, you know, Bronny go to Cleveland, he go back to Cleveland, he can retire, and Bronny play for them. Like, you know, it's like movie type, you know. It's a setup for like a movie or something like that. That's cool. But I don't like the shots though, man. He can't be shooting shots at my boy Rob like that, bro. Like, Rob did what he can do, bro.
He ain't the only one.
Huh?
He ain't the only one. His boy over there shooting shots too. Clutch. You heard
the whole Lakers squad is clutch. Nigga, what you mean? That's the whole Lakers squad, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, that's the reason why we were able to get the team that we have, is because everybody clutch is with him or whatever. Hey, at this point, bro, like, I'm tired of losing. LeBron, do what you got to do, bro. And if we got to blow it up, we got to blow it up.
What? I mean,
at this point, it's like, it's not working. And then we have no other options. Like, this will be our team for next year, bro. So we finna go through another year of this shit.
Yep. No. I mean, y'all don't want to give up a first for, like, y'all didn't want to give up Taylor Horton Tucker last year. Then y'all didn't want to give up a first this year to get rid of Russ. Yeah. Like, it's gonna cost to get rid of some cats. Like, in order for y'all to upgrade, it's gonna cost, and y'all keep thinking y'all can upgrade without having to pay shit. That's y'all issue. Yeah. Y'all keep thinking that y'all can just have LeBron come out here, talk cats into taking these low ass deals, go ahead, moving and grooving, or talk these players into forcing their ways into the Lakers and shit like that without having to give up much, and it's not gonna work. Y'all gotta give up something.
You're right. We do gotta give up something. It's just like it all started, bro, when, like, how Westbrook got thrown in out the blue. Remember, we could have got DeRozan.
He wanted to come. He was begging.
Exactly.
Y'all said nah.
We could have put a trigger on that. So it's just like, it's a lot of stuff that happened in between that me as a Laker fan, I saw, but I didn't want to, like, you know how you be like, okay, I believe in the yeah. You know, I was like, oh, it's gonna work. Like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, dog, this shit finna be a fucking disaster. We finna be right back in the same position that we was before LeBron got. And that's basically what's going on right now.
And I get that. You want to have faith in your GM. Like, God, like, some teams have fans or GMs that make moves, and even though you may question it as a fan, it works out in the end. So I understand you probably was like, you know what, this shit ain't gonna work, but as a fan, I'm hoping and I'm praying and I'm wishing that this shit works out. And I understand that. It's just when you got to realize the mistake, y'all had a chance to fix it.
But again, like, we made it, so we had to, you know, we had to stick with it. Plus, injuries have been horrible for us. You know, that didn't help what's going on either. LeBron old age. I mean, at this point, there's no way at the age that LeBron is that he should have to be LeBron James, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Like he shouldn't have to put the team on his back at this point of his career or at the age he is, I feel like. But I mean, it is what it is. He LeBron, so he gonna take it on. But it's not working. Like Father Time is undefeated. Like my man getting all aches and pains. He's feeling,
He tired of shit.
Yeah, bro. And it's because like he literally like balling out like every night. Like even pointless games, like he out there like giving it his all. And it's just like at this point, like we need, we had a point, bro, where we can't really even talk about playoffs at the moment. Like that's fucked up. Like for real. Like we went from our highest high, like, oh, we got a chip, to now it's like, damn, dog, we might not even we barely go make a play in type shit. It's frustrating.
Yeah, I can understand that. Especially with the Clippers, like they right above y'all, but they ain't even got no superstars, and they out here. The Clippers ain't even got no superstars, and they out here. They right above y'all, but still.
Yeah, this is true.
Well, I'm hoping. I do hope y'all figure it out. Just for the NBA's sake, I hope that the Lakers somehow figure it out and make their way to the playoffs. I do. Honestly, I do. I mean, it may be a first round bounce.
No, I'm shaking my head. This is not a good team. You
don't care this year? Y'all good on not making the play? So if y'all didn't make the playoffs this year, y'all both be cool with it?
No, I wouldn't be cool with it. Hell no. I'm never gonna be cool with not making the playoffs. Hell no. But it's like it's our reality though. Like we gotta. That's where we at right now. We gotta accept it. We can't keep talking a lot. Like I'll be a fool right now. Be like, you know what? Lakers are gonna turn around. We're going to the playoffs. Like y'all, like I look like a fucking idiot. The Lakers been making me look like they've been making me look like an idiot the whole fucking season. I don't know. It's frustrating, man.
I will say, like, they're in a position to where there is a pathway opening up. Like with Chris Paul breaking his thumb, like I think the Suns are still pretty much locked into the first seed. So if they find a way into the playoffs, like that at least gives them more of a chance than they would have had beforehand. But I still don't think that this is a team, even if they're fully healthy, which they won't be for the rest of the regular season, more than likely because AD is out for the foreseeable future. Like they're not a team built to win 4 rounds of the playoffs. So kind of like, I don't want to say what's the point at this point, but LeBron feels that. And that's why he started this like LeBron is a lot of things, but subtle is not one of them. And like I started noticing things like as like the last couple of weeks have kind of unfolded. Like first it was the thing after the Bucks game where it's like, no, we're not on their level. Then it's all, my knee, like I don't know what's gonna happen with that.
Some got a TV on or something?
Nah.
But it was, like there's my knee, and I'm not sure. And then it's, maybe I will come back to Cleveland at some point. You never know. And it's, I want to play with Bronny, or like it's just like he drops these breadcrumbs. Oh, it's like everything that you just laid out, basically, like praising other GMs. Like that's I've been shot at like his GM. Like he says things with a purpose. And like he's priming you for either one, I'm not gonna be here, or 2, I'm about to shut this shit down. So it's like you can't come back and be like, oh, like LeBron, like I don't know what happened with him. One day his knee was messed up. Like, nah, he been talking about this knee for the last 2 months.
Yeah. What's up, Shells? He just jumped in the comments. What's up?
What up, homie?
But yeah, LeBron. He is smart. He understands how to lay the breadcrumbs that lead to an exit. So you can read the tea leaves because, like I said before, he said he's going to retire as a Laker. Clearly, that's not happening no more. He said that he was going to retire as a Cavalier and he wasn't going to leave no more, and he left for LA. So LeBron gonna do what he gonna do. Like you can really only take his word at the time that he gives it. Like really, yeah, because like it can change. Like he'll change his mind. It's not if LeBron said it don't mean it's law. Like he just changed his mind every so often. And what's interesting about the Bronny thing is LeBron's a free agent after next season. So 2023 summer, LeBron free agent. people keep saying like, oh, well, Bronny get in the league 2024. You know, LeBron gonna go wherever Bronny's at. But like, who's to say that Bronny's first year in the league is going to be LeBron's last year? LeBron might be playing 5 years into Bronny's career. So like, I could see there being teams that like, but oh, we're gonna draft Bronny. LeBron coming right to us, and then LeBron gonna be like, I can still make some good money. I'm still playing well. I'm out of here. I'm not coming there at this time. He probably gonna try to arrange some dream situation for him and Bronny to both end up some. You never know with LeBron. So I just want to say here in 2022 on 22, do not assume that that Bronny's first year in the league will be the time that LeBron is gonna go there. Because he's still playing well. He has not. I said this during our NBA preview. He has not played 70 games as a Laker at this point because he keeps finding these nicks. So I'm not sure how that's going to affect him going forward. But like nothing's a given when it comes to LeBron. It just you have to see. But one thing we can see, it don't look like he's going to be in LA after next year.
Can I make a prediction?
Ooh, go ahead. You want me to jot it down on our prediction board?
Sure.
Okay.
I predict that in terms of Bronny and LeBron James, that wherever Bronny does end up at, and whatever contract LeBron signs with that team, that contract will see him to the end of his career. And that's going to be the contract that sees him through mentoring Bronny as well. I feel like he would like to kind of help him, like introduce him to the league, see how things is as well. Like who better to do it than your dad, who's been there at the top of the league for a minute. So I feel like my prediction would be whatever contract LeBron signs with the team that has Bronny, he'll sign there for whatever many years is left, and he'll ride off into the sunset with his last game playing with his son.
I don't know if that's a prediction when LeBron said he gonna play his last year with him.
Well, that's my prediction. His contract, whatever contract he signed. So, because I'm basing it based off of what y'all was saying as far as him still being able to make top dollar somewhere else. I'm stating that because even though he said at the time the money wouldn't matter, sure, then the top dollar wouldn't. Then that comment no longer matters. The top dollar doesn't matter if he's saying it's no longer mattering at the time. So if he signs a 3-year contract with, say, OKC, cool. I don't think that he would sign a 1-year deal only to play with Bronny that time and then not play with him. Because you're saying, again, my prediction is he'll join with Bronny when he comes into the league. You're saying he's
let me clean this up. So what you're saying is that LeBron will not only play 1 year with Bronny, he will play multiple years with his son on the same team. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
okay.
I feel like whatever kind. So if he goes to whatever team Bronny is on, say he comes into the league and or whatever like that, but he's a free agent next year. Bronny comes in the year after. Mm-hmm. He can easily go to Bronny's team, sign a 1-year deal, and then go to another squad or whatever the case may be. I feel like what he would do. You don't think he would do that?
No, I'm saying what he. Because I think you're not misrepresenting. I think you're getting it.
You're mixing some things
like,
up. Yeah.
What LeBron said is my last year will be with him. What Camille was saying is that doesn't necessarily mean that Bronny's first year will be LeBron's last year.
Which is what my prediction is. It'll be his last year. That Bronny's first year will be LeBron's every year until the end of his career years. Does that make sense? So whenever he signs, whatever team he goes to.
You think LeBron gonna go there immediately?
I think he'll go there immediately and play with him. If he signs a 2-3 year deal, he'll be with that team for 2 to 3 years and then see his way out. Maybe sign like a 10-day contract with Cleveland to retire as a Cavs or something like that. But I think that whatever team Bronny comes in on, because of his age, because of these excuses he's been making about his injury and everything, that he'll ride off into the sunset on Bronny's team for whatever 2-3 year contract that he may sign, as opposed to playing 2 years, getting top dollar as the number one guy on the team or whatever the case may be, and then eventually making it there his last year. I think he'll do it for multiple years with Bronny, just to kind of help, again, usher him into the league, maybe like on a mentorship type thing, just to kind of help him adjust. So I think that he'll go there right away and stay there for multiple years to help him kind of get into the league.
I mean, we talk about multiple years, like it's still multiple years before Bronny even make the league, and LeBron is 38 years old, like
right,
or 37, 38,
37. I think this 2022 is the year he'll be 38, if I remember correctly. Let's see.
So I don't know if we can count on like another 5 years, like maybe like Tom Brady played too, it was 45. Like,
and you know he's cool with breaking. He's cool with breaking, trying to keep up with these accomplishments and stuff too. He likes them.
Yeah,
We all know he likes him.
LeBron is 37, turning 38. Because we won't belabor the point too much longer. I don't necessarily agree with that take that your prediction, Tim. I think LeBron's going to try to make as much money as he can in the league while he can. And once he knows it's time to hang it up, then he'll try to go to his son's team at whatever price it might be. I think LeBron's trying to maximize his earning potential while he's in the league because he has all of these plans for when he retires. And yeah, he's making a lot of money off the court, but like he's about his paper. Like he wants his checks. So
did you put on the prediction board?
It's LeBron James.
No,
It could be. It's LeBron James, so it could be self-serving. But like one thing he's always said is like he's not gonna take a pay cut because he doesn't want other teams to look at their stars and be like, well, LeBron took less, so you should too. So like it's more so for like, again, it could be like LeBron, self-serving where it's like
it sounds good.
Oh, well, I want to take as much money because like everybody else needs to take as much money as they can get, but like it does look out for everybody else because it does set that precedent. So
looks out for self and for others. So yeah, it's a win-win in his book.
Brings me back to my question I asked y'all off air the other day. Has anybody talked to Bronny about this? Because do we know if he even likes basketball? Like, does he plan on going to the NBA? Because this could all be just like nobody asked Cleveland. Like, it's just like, oh, I could come back to Cleveland one day. Darius Garland, Dan Gilbert, is he cool with that? Like, all I've heard this season is that the Cavs organization is like motivated to prove like they don't need LeBron. Like they haven't made the playoffs without LeBron since like the late 90s, I think. So like nobody wants to, I'm not gonna say nobody wants to bring him back, but like I don't think that there's as much of an incentive on the other side to bring him back into the fold because it's like we're trying to prove ourselves without you. Which maybe Bronny's, MO like with his life where it's like yes, I'm LeBron James Jr., but like I want to make my own path.
Yeah.
Even thinking about it, just from the year that he's been drafted, they haven't made the playoffs without him. And shit, that's 18 years, 19 years.
Yeah, I was 03. I think the last time they made the playoffs without LeBron was like 98. It's in the late 90s. They have not made the playoffs without him. Shells in the comments said that those are questions that need answers, Eric. Everything you asked was something that needs an answer to. And then he said Bronny's the kid in the room throwing a fit before he goes see what his dad wants. Man, I'm going here. Yep, you gotta fix your face when you get in there. Yeah, you can't come in there frustrated. What you said? What? But yeah, that's. We'll see what happens with LeBron. He's not long for the Lakers, though, if you ask me.
Oh, that was the other thing. Sorry, real quick before we jump off. Brian Windhorst did say like he thinks that this is more of a ploy for the offseason because LeBron has one more year in his contract. It's more so like, I'm putting y'all on notice. Like, y'all need to make some moves in the offseason to improve this team. Or it's
his fault.
Has LeBron ever taken responsibility for anything that didn't turn out correctly?
He should own up. When he was after that Bucks game, talking about we ain't got the talent level, he should have been like, and that's my fault because I picked to have Russ come here instead of getting DeRozan, instead of getting Buddy Hield, instead of getting all the other options that made way more sense before it even started. Like, didn't know it was going to go this bad. But, like, we knew it was an awkward fit from the beginning. Like, sure fault. God, leave. Anywho, Michigan's head coach of the basketball team, Juwan Howard, was suspended for the remainder of the regular season, which is 5 games, after he swung at a Wisconsin assistant coach during a post-game handshake line. So Michigan was getting blown out. They were pressing at the end of the game.
16 seconds left.
Wisconsin coach guard called a timeout because with 15 seconds left, and he called that timeout because he was concerned about a 10-second violation with his backups out there because they could not break the press. So he called a timeout. Game ends. They go through the little line after we got to shake hands, and Juwan Howard's trying to walk right past guard. He's not interested. He's about to just go. Guard grabs him. Juwan go like that real quick, and then they start fussing. Juwan take his mask down so you know it's real, and he start going off. It escalates. Some of the kids get into it from the team, and then people were saying like he threw a punch, but it's not a punch. Like he definitely swung, but it was open hand. It was like a
he slapped that man.
a muff slap. Like it was.
It was a slap. He got fingers in the little palm in there. He slapped it.
And now he's suspended. He also was fined 40 stacks. One of the I forget. I look up the other suspensions, but the big news around it, some people were saying that they thought Juwan Howard should lose his job over it, and I thought that was excessive from the beginning. I think a suspension works, but did y'all have any thoughts just overall on that whole situation? Because there are even some people now saying that we shouldn't even have a post-game handshake line. Like, what's the point?
Bro, all right. So I had a friend of mine had posted something, and I kind of responded to him. But I had seen the video of their interactions before, because it's not Juwan Howard's first year at Michigan. It's not his first time playing Wisconsin, because we're a conference, same conference, and we play each other all the time. And the last 5-6 interactions that they had together has been cordial after the game, whether it's been win or lose. When I was looking back at the video, he did the exact same thing he did after every other game. He walked in front of Juwan, he tapped him on the elbow and tried to shake his hand. Juwan didn't want shit to do with it. So at that moment, he turned around, looked at the man, and said, "Don't touch me." If you look at the video, Juwan Howard actually grabbed that man up by his collar first and then threw his hands back. And I looked at it and I sent it to my guy. I was like, if you look at the video, bro, like I understand he don't want you to touch him. He pissed off, whatever the case may be. I feel like he was being irrational at that point. But hey, you and your feelings, you don't want to be touched at that moment, cool. But I can see if it never happened. But because of the fact that y'all actually had a cordial relationship before this, win, lose, or draw on both sides, it did come off kind of weird. So if I or me or you, hypothetically, we work together, and that's always our thing. At the end of the games, coaches talk at the end of the game. Hey, good game, da 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 da. All right, cool, whatever. Even if this is a good game, coach, keep moving. For you to walk past one was a kind of irrational, for one. Two, at the end of the game, after every game, me and you have said something. And so for you to initially pop off to me, "Don't touch me," my initial reaction was like, hold on, wait a minute. But you look at the video, like, right, like, wait, what the fuck? Well, what you mean? So everybody's reaction typically would be that if you always stop and shake, and the first thing you say is "don't touch me," and you kind of look taken aback, like, oh shit. If you look at the video, that man grabbed that man by his collar.
It wasn't. I just looked. It wasn't his collar. He grabbed him like real quick
by the inside, and he realized it. And
then he went like it was quick.
I was like, no, it was really Juwan Howard, bro. Like, as much as I don't want to defend, Juwan Howard was in the wrong across the board. It escalated because you snatched that man up.
Because he was a sore loser. He was upset.
He was mad because
he was in his feelings.
Like, all of it came because you were being petty and emotional about the whole thing. When in the past, you smacked us by 15. We was cool. We still shaking hands. You in the past, we beat y'all. You was cool shaking hands. You mad because this one instance where you felt like we were being petty by calling a timeout because you still had a full court press with your starters with 16 seconds left in a blowout. You felt it was wrong for him to call timeout. Like, there's something you got to be logical about it. Everything ain't about a race thing and none of that shit. Like, legitimately, in this situation, logically, if we always been cool and I want to say good game to you or whatever, and you pop off on me, I'm going to be confused as to why you so aggressive with me at the moment. And then you snatch me up. Hell yeah, I'm mad. What the fuck? Like, did you just grab me like that? But then, again, everybody else is, well, he shouldn't have touched him. Every other fucking coach in the country is shaking hands after the game, too. Every last one of them. You shaking hands after games. What are you talking about? If you don't, you're probably one of the few people who don't do that. But for the most part, most people shake hands after the game, win, lose, or draw. You may hate to do it, but you do it. So now all of a sudden it's a thing that you're not supposed to because of the fact that he got mad and wanted to be petty and started some shit. No. No, not in this case.
So one quick rebuttal to yours is like, if somebody's trying to walk past you, like grabbing them is never a good idea. Like,
true.
Regardless of if you think like this is our relationship, it's like if somebody's clearly trying to avoid interacting with you, maybe just let them go. Like, nothing would have happened. Like, he would have walked right past you. Nothing would have escalated. Yes, you're correct. Like, he did grab him up, whatever. But my overarching thing is, like, this is where unwritten rules like are a problem, because it's like he's mad because he feels like you called a timeout to kind of rub in your victory when they're trying to, like when the game is almost over and you're still calling timeouts to hold on to the ball. For whatever reason, like that's an unwritten rule to Juwan Howard. To Greg Gard, it's like, well, my team was kind of panicking, and I just wanted to make sure that my backups got the same level of coaching that my starters do, or whatever. Whatever. The line after the game, like that's not a codified rule. Like that's an unwritten rule. Like everybody comes and interacts with people. And it's like maybe they shouldn't be required, like unofficially required to do that, because like then you get these instances where people are upset, they get into a shouting match, and then things can escalate. Like let people do whatever. Like forcing sportsmanship, like it kind of negates the fact that it's sportsmanship. Like if you're being made to do it, like you're not really being a sportsman, you're just following directions.
I feel like that's for kids. Like
Right. Like
Pee-wee
everybody get
Little League.
emotional after the game.
Yeah,
But
go shake your hand.
I guess the whole
imagine
point
if,
is
like
it's
the
a game.
Bulls and the Pistons way back in the day. Like if they had been forced to shake hands after the game, don't you think that probably would have ended in a brawl?
They would have been. It hadn't, didn't it? One cat's getting choked out on the sideline. Just terrible. But no, I agree with that as well. It's just it was a lot of emotion, and honestly, I feel like he mishandled his emotions in the moment.
He did. I feel like that's accurate.
But other than that, you have valid points as well.
I
understand. I get it.
I do want to highlight Mark's comment for those who are audio only and did not see it pop up on the screen. But Mark came in the chat. What up, Mark? And he said that if there's anyone Howard needs to punch for taking a timeout, it's Chris Webber. So accurate. Accurate. So it's unfortunate that it happened. They have. It's still a funny joke though, but it was unfortunate that it happened and it went down that way. I think the punishment that was doled out is fair. And I think Juwan Howard will learn from it. Like, I'm sure that he knows his emotions got the best of him in that moment.
Yeah.
That's not the example you want to set for your kids. The Winter Olympics have come to a close with the USA finishing 5th in the overall medal count with 25 medals in total. They had 8 gold things. Norway finished in first with 37 medals, 16 gold. Norway killed the Winter Olympics. Then you had Russia, but not Russia. They had 32 medals, 6 gold.
Russia, not Russia.
Because Russia not allowed. So it's,
I mean, those are tainted.
I ain't even got to elaborate on that. Then you got Germany, who had 27 medals, 12 gold, and Canada had 26 medals, 4 gold. The host country, China, they finished 11th overall in the medal count, but they were 3rd in the gold medal tally with 9. Did y'all watch any Winter Olympic festivities? Any?
I was gonna say not a minute, but I lied because I was watching what is it? Shuffleboard. I forgot what they call it. Curling. Yeah, I was watching curling. Like,
They was
bro, when they bounced one off of the other one to make sure the other one hit the other one, he was sweeping in front of that one, and I was like, bro, y'all niggas cold.
I could not stop looking. I think curling came on after the Super Bowl. I think that's why I was watching.
Yeah.
It came. We was on the couch and it came on, and I'm like, "Oh, this curling." And I was like, "What's the deal with it?" And we watching it, and I'm like, "Oh, they really be out there with them little sweets, like them little."
There's some technique for real.
Y'all got curling after the Super Bowl. I got like bobsled or some shit. Like
it was bobsled. No, it was that sled. It was the bobsled thing, and then it went into curling. I think.
Okay. I didn't stay on
Like,
that long.
Either or maybe we watched Olympics more than one night. That's also quite possible. It could have came on another night.
It's been on forever for now.
Right, like it all blurs together. But that bobsled thing was cold too when it was going through them turns. I would have flew right on off.
I seen a little bit of the Shaun White half pipe, but not too much of that. And then a little bit of figure skating, and shit. That's it.
I'm more of a Summer Olympics.
Definitely.
I mean, many of the Winter Olympic sports are like variations on the same sport. Like it's just people sliding across the ice or the snow. Like,
hey, I'm a fan of curling now, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, curling, they be getting it.
I'm a fan of that now. I do like that. Mark said that curling
club in Tulsa, I think. My aunt.
For real?
Does it? Yeah.
Tim, you want to go curling
in Tulsa? Do I gotta be the one that gotta slide out there and let that motherfucker go, or I gotta be out here sweeping this shit?
I think they teach you how to do it.
Oh, I want to do it. Who
gonna be the sweeper?
I'll sweep.
Hey, Ken, you gonna throw that thing down the
Oh hell yeah!
We're gonna have Ken ass run out there. I'll sweep.
Yeah, let's go.
I'll sweep. Yes.
Tech File curling team.
That would be hilarious.
Tech foul
Y'all gotta learn how to.
shots.
Oh wait, you ain't gotta learn how to ice skate though. They was out there in shoes.
No,
Maybe
you
some
just-
special shoes.
You got to get low and then you got to slide that little putt, kind of like shuffleboard. I ain't
They
got the
was-
touch. I ain't
Bro,
got
when
the
they was out there
touch.
sliding together. It was some technique. I was like, okay, y'all.
It's
out
some
here
real
climbing.
technique. That's the skill. That's some skill. But yeah, Winter Olympics are
speed skating.
over with now.
That's what the other
Speed
one was. I was
skating
watching
is-
speed skating. Dude, did you see that? What happened? So one guy was in last. He barely made the finals. Somebody dropped out or got hurt or something like that. So he got pushed into the finals for the medal. Everybody floating. Around the last term, everybody wiped out but him.
Damn.
He ended up floating past and winning the gold medal because everybody fell at the literal end of the race. I was like, wow.
That's when you just skate by and you just kind of look.
He did. He was floating. Dude, that was fine. He was trying to get over to touch the finish line and shit, falling all over the place. I was like, damn. At the last, the world is watching and seeing
Like,
y'all
imagine.
wipe out.
You work 4 years to get to that very moment, and then you fall with like 10 feet left.
I mean, they were right there. Oh my god, they came around that turn. It was like one was out, and then dude grabbed the other dude, and dude slipped, and then dude hit the other dude because he tried to jump over him, and then all of a sudden, and bro just came by. It's floating.
Hey,
I was like, dang.
hey, slow and steady.
Let us
win the
go.
race, brother.
It was
Win
a
the
different.
race.
I only saw the clip, but it was a different speed skating heat, and like they were coming around the turn, and then one dude like took they put the hand down to make the turn. So like one dude took his hand and he like knocked the what's that thing called cone into like with one hand he knocked it, and then it like took out the person that was next to him.
Damn.
And then he or she took out the person next to them. So then they created a path, and then like he just went. I don't know if he won a race or not, but it's just like
That's disheartening. Mark said he would retire if he wiped out at the end and just watched his
His hopes and
victory.
dreams float past him with their hands behind his back.
floating past, looking at you like, dang.
Right, politely skating past you, bro.
No, but
Excuse
yeah,
me,
the Olympics, man, it's an interesting time. So transaction and injury news. Tim, you got us?
Sure. I take care of it. Hold on, let me go ahead and pull that up real quick. See how that do.
That's
All right. NFL transactions. We got Pittsburgh Steelers have hired former Miami Dolphins head coach Brian Flores as the senior defensive assistant and linebackers coach. I was actually happy about that. Look at Tomlin out here reaching out. So for sure.
Yeah, it's nice to see him have a job. It's not cool that he had to get a job that he's overqualified for.
Mhm.
I give you that. Even though defense is his forte, though.
It is, but like he should be a head coach.
defense coordinator, like it's all the way down
Or
to the
senior
coach.
defensive assistant.
They tried to make the
Linebacker
title
coach.
sound better.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
linebackers coach.
Yeah,
But shout out to the Rooneys, like they actually do put their money where their mouth is. Like
Rooney Rule.
The Rooney Rule. I was at Rooney Rule.
Came from somewhere.
Even though it
hired a
sucks.
black
it-
coach the last time. Stuck by that, man.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin.
really have.
Yeah.
Like now
Tomlin
the
keep
Bears,
winning.
like I might even be able to root for him a little bit.
That's
You know, it would be funny because if Dwayne Haskins became their quarterback, then, you know. You say, no black quarterback.
Not that one.
Oh, God.
Got that.
Well, maybe
you
he
said.
got
Which, you said who?
Dwayne Haskins.
Continue on with the.
He was a
transactions.
Heisman hopeful. What happened?
You know,
Johnny Manziel
know
won the Heisman. Like,
that just because you code in college does not mean it translates.
He had potential.
Just like them cats from high school who thought they was gonna go to college and take over the world, and they got there and realized they was just a big fish in a little pond, and in the big pond they just a fish.
Yeah, that should be trash. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, it's like I said earlier. Sometimes people just better than you.
Right, yeah.
Hey,
you
just dap
gotta-
them up. Good game, fam. You
shit.
won. You better.
Hey, you called my
You earned
name.
that spot.
It was Jordan Love to Pittsburgh or Indy. What? Mark, what
That's
you talking
Mark's
about, bro?
That's his prediction. Continue on with the transactions, though, Tim.
What else? Let me go back to the doc on over here. All right, we got former Atlanta Falcons safety Ricardo Allen retired. Good stuff.
Happy
My
retirement,
guy.
sir.
Happy trails. NBA transactions.
The Chiefs cut Anthony Hitchens today.
Oh yeah. I seen that earlier too. He should be a decent veteran. What's the name might be getting cut too. I seen a list of veterans that might be getting cut this offseason outside of some big names. One of them was Jarvis Landry, and then I just seen him post earlier on Twitter today. It was like, I gave everything I had, and then put it in capital letters, everything. I was like, okay. So, but I seen that one. It was like Jarvis Landry, Preston Smith from us, Brian Bulaga over there in the Chargers. I'm like, he just got signed, but it's too much money, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a couple players, but like I said, Landry was one of them, and it's gonna be interesting with and Hitchens. Hitchens was one of them that I seen on that list too. But anywho, NBA. Tristan Thompson signed with the Chicago Bulls. They have waived Alfonso McKenzie to create the roster spot. A lot of hoopla that the Nets picked up Goran Dragic and waived Javon Carter, who signed with the Bucks today.
Can we stop picking up the next scrap?
It's the second in a row.
And
apparently a defender on the team with no defenders.
No, I mean, they did cut two of their better defensive players to make these transactions happen, which is, I mean, very true. Like, if you look at the Nets backcourt, I think, Eric, you might have tweeted out who their backcourt was. If that wasn't you, it was someone else on Twitter. But, I
know what it is.
There's no defense to be found.
And they're all small. You can't, at least Harden was big. So you got Kyrie, Dragic, Seth Curry, Patty Mills. First of all, there's no consistency there. But yeah, that was the point I made. I'm like, I see so many Drew post-ups if they meet them in the
You're just gonna put them down there. Watch out.
Yeah.
Just lean into them.
But I also get it for the Nets. Kyrie can't. I think Kyrie's eligible for 8 of their last 20-something games.
It's not many.
No. Between not being able to play home games, not being able to play road games in New York, and not being able to play road games in Toronto.
They better not play the Knicks.
I mean, they have, and he don't play.
I'm saying in the playoffs.
I ain't worried about the Knicks ain't making the play. Yeah, they ain't making the playoffs.
Toronto maybe, but yeah. So they have a point guard for the nights that they don't have Kyrie, and then they have somebody that can probably play off of Kyrie when he is in the lineup. So I get it. And he was a former teammate of Steve Nash. So they kind of had the inside track.
He sure was.
Back in Phoenix. I will say this too. Shell said that he kind of looked like Javon Carter, which is you better get a jersey.
Like him.
I think he said look like. My fault, fam. I ain't trying to play nothing like that. My fault.
I thought he said. I thought I saw look too. As you were saying, I thought he said I kind of look like.
So, I don't know why I saw that. My fault, fam. You don't even look like him at all. Which I was like, wait, what? But one thing I'll say about the two Nets pickups that the Bucks did have, both of the guards they picked up, they play defense. And if there's one area I feel like the Bucks have slacked this year. Oh, okay, computer. It's defensively. Not necessarily from the guard spot, but just it's been a little disjointed at times. Sloppy, overhelping, just not tight. So getting some more. Shell's cleared that up for those who aren't in the video. He said that he looks like Zach Randolph. So in case y'all were curious.
I don't think I see that.
In case y'all were curious. But yeah, I don't neither one of those pickups from the Bucks made me be like, oh my God, excellent. But I'm also kind of like, it'll do, I guess, assuming people get healthy.
Kind of going back to your test for new pickups, when the Nets cut Javon Carter, I saw a bunch of Nets fans celebrating. So that doesn't make me feel great. But with role players, it kind of depends on who you playing around anyway. So maybe he's a better fit with the Bucks personnel than he was with the Nets.
They were upset about Bembry getting cut though. They were quiet. I'm like, he can't even shoot, but we'll see.
It's also kind of a gut punch when you go into buyout season thinking, oh, we're getting Gary Harris and Goran Dragic, and you end up with DeAndre Bembry and Javon Carter. Like,
yeah, it's quite a letdown. It's quite a letdown.
we got
Your
three
mom
Russian
promised.
guys.
Your mom
Two
promised
of
you some Nikes and you got some Ikes.
Ah,
Some Ikeys.
some Shaqs, my guy.
I had some Shaqs. I didn't wear them, but I had some. I was like, I'm not going to school and getting bread for these. Y'all,
Man,
who the hell is that on the side of your shoe? Hanging from the tongue like that.
My cousin came in the room. He picked up my shoes. He said, "No, you can't wear these." And he put them back. He said, "No." My big cousin was like, "No, that's not gonna fly." Auntie, why you give her? Why you give her these?
Oh,
He was just trying to look out for you.
He did.
NBA injuries. So we talking about Chris Paul breaking his hand earlier. He is out 6 to 8 weeks. He will be reevaluated in 6 to 8
6
weeks.
to 8. And I just want to say there are 7 weeks left in the NBA regular season.
So Phoenix will be without for the rest of the season. Is what it's kind of
Pretty
looking
much.
like.
Yep.
So that'll be interesting how they close that out.
I think they'll be fine. Kind of like what Eric said. Like they have such a lead in the West right now, where it's like I don't think they're going to fall out of playoff contention.
Oh no, they won't. I think some
honestly,
clinched the play in.
Honestly, Chris Paul probably needs the rest. So
the only thing is that it's his shooting hand, which like that may cause a problem once he comes back, just because obviously he can't shoot while he's
gonna have to be hand just passing all the time.
Again, he played like the whole rest of the Lakers series one-handed, so
he could try to do an all-star game too. We know he can.
No, he could probably shoot. It's just going. He can't probably catch no pass. Like it's gonna be the impact coming in. Like going out is not the issue. Coming in is the problem.
I mean, it's his thumb on his guy hand. Like that's going to do. Like he can't just be out there like pushing it. I would imagine.
Again, well, just from my experience with a broken thumb, it's just real sensitive after after 4 or 5 weeks. They say it's pretty much healed, but it's gonna be real sensitive to the sensation of it.
You have to keep in mind too,
spot.
right? There's
that's what I know.
You don't know that y'all have the exact same injury, especially if he's getting reevaluated in 6 to 8 weeks, and you were told that you were fine in 4 to 5. So it's not like it's not apples to apples with that.
I'm not telling all of it, but I hear you. We'll move on. I believe that's it, actually. Oh, Anthony Davis has a mild foot sprain and will be reevaluated in 4 weeks. So safe to say he's probably done for the season too.
Completely forgot about that.
Y'all not making it. I agree with y'all earlier. I didn't realize Davis was out for pretty much the rest of the season, bro. Like,
I mean, been out there for the whole season. Been out there for the whole season. So shit.
Like, you can't make, like the only reason why I don't think LeBron will shut it down is because he's trying to go for that NBA scoring record. So he kind of needs to keep accumulating points. But like he's definitely, I can imagine he'll be checked out like mentally for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
No,
it was a mid-foot sprain. A mid-foot, not a mild. It's a mid-foot sprain. She was like, mild? Yeah, it wasn't mild. It's mid.
From what I understand, like that's just like what they say when they don't actually like they can't actually identify what the actual injury is.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're just like it's the injury to his foot somewhere, like but nothing showed up on the MRI that's conclusive. So take that as you will.
Mr. Glass.
I feel bad for the guy. Honestly, I feel really bad for AD at this point because it just keeps happening. It just keeps happening. And the last injury he had, which I can't remember what it was that had him sidelined out before this one, he was saying how his wife helped him get through it and he approached it really optimistically. But this one, it like everything I've heard about like just his demeanor and how he's been reacting to it, like he's just like upset. Like he's like, and he was playing good since he came back too. Like he was looking more like the AD the Lakers needed.
Yeah.
And then he got hurt again.
Was he an All-Star?
Oh, and neither was Kevin Durant. And there were some people who were like, well, he's the captain of the team. Why wasn't he there? But his grandmother had passed that same day. So, so I'm not sure if people knew that, but sending love out to KD and his family as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Donovan Mitchell had like a respiratory infection. So like, that's why he wasn't there. And Russell's just like, y'all ain't finna slander me, so I'm taking back.
He says 75 or not. I'm not coming. I'm going on vacation. I want to be around these cats right now. I'm out of here. The Undertaker is going to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2022. Shout out to the dead man, one of the most legendary wrestlers of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of Hall of Fame, the Basketball Hall of Fame announced their 11 finalists for the class of 2022. So we know that full class will be announced during the Final Four, which that date will be April 2nd. So 2 first-time finalists for the Hall. You have Manu Ginobili and Lindsey Whalen. I think both of them are going to be right on in there. Some previous finalists that are included again for this year's consideration. You got longtime NBA ref Hugh Evans. You have Michael Cooper, Tim Hardaway, Marcus Johnson. Happy birthday, Marcus. You got Bob Huggins. You got George Karl, still pissed at you. You have the all-time winningest high school coach, Letta Andrews, Swin Cash, and Maureen Stanley. So good luck to all the finalists for consideration for the Basketball Hall of Fame. With this being the NBA's 75th, anniversary and the list of 75 greatest players and all that, shout out to Mark. Whalen is a GOAT in Minnesota. She's just legendary. She should be first ballot. But with the NBA 75 stuff going on, The Athletic and ESPN both ranked the top 75 players of all time in the NBA history. ESPN put out their list this weekend, in conjunction with All-Star Weekend, had little blurbs. The Athletic was giving you a player every day, Monday through Friday, leading up to the All-Star game. And I mean like written pieces, like full articles on each of these players. So I would recommend, if you're just a fan of basketball, I would definitely recommend going back and reading Athletic 75 profiles they did on each of the players they selected. It was outstanding. So I'm going to list the top 10 lists that both of those publications had. And I just want to know which list y'all agree with more. So Athletics top 10, they had Kobe at 10. They had Tim Duncan at 9. They had Shaquille O'Neal at 8. Larry Bird at 7. Wilt Chamberlain at 6. Magic Johnson at 5. Bill Russell at 4. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at 3. LeBron James at 2. Michael Jordan at 1. ESPN had Kobe at 10, so that's the same. They had Oscar Robertson at 9. They had Tim Duncan at 8, Larry Bird at 7, Bill Russell at 6, Wilt Chamberlain at 5. So Wilt, moved up a little bit. You got Magic at 4. You got Kareem at 3, LeBron at 2, and Jordan at 1. So between those two lists, which list do you agree more with?
The Athletic.
Yeah, I'm saying Athletic too.
I'm gonna go with ESPN because I don't have Shaq in my top 10.
Really?
Where you come in?
They just outside the top 10, but
Okay.
Fair enough. I like the Tim Duncan love though. For sure.
I feel like
he
Tim
in the top
Duncan
10 in
is
both.
Tim Duncan is easily a top
Mhm.
top 10 player. And matter of fact, in Athletic list, they had him at 9 and ESPN had him at 8.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know how I feel about these types of lists. Like going in the All-Star game, it was all these arguments about if LeBron or Jordan was better. And I'm like, we're about to celebrate the greatest players in the league. And y'all want to have this argument right now, again, for real. Like they are both 2 of the greatest players to ever play the game. Most people are going to have them 1 and 2 in some form, some shape, some fashion. Like, I don't have time for the arguments. I don't get up for the arguments. To me, GOAT is not one player. GOAT is a tier. It's a tier of players, and all the players I pretty much said, they're there. Like, that's a GOAT tier. Like, that is what it is. I'm not going to argue with you if you think Kareem is the best player of all time. I'm like, yeah, sure. Okay, fine. He's not who I would say is the best, but that's just my opinion. It's not that big of a deal. So, for me personally, both of the lists are cool. I think my top 5 more aligns with ESPN, but I like the Athletics 10 overall better. I think Wilt's a top 5 player. But I think Shaq should be in there. So that's why I'll go with the athletic list. But it's nitpicking, really. They're great. They are great. Do y'all think that anyone they listed was snubbed or needs to be considered top 10 that they did not have?
No, I think they got it right.
Negative.
Yeah, they got it right.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Because then it comes to the point, who would you take out to put somebody else in? So,
I might be controversial, but I feel like we're getting to a point where Curry should be in here somewhere. Again, like I come back to like I don't know who you take out because I think that to Camille's point, like I think that there are tiers, and I think that like GOAT tier, like that's definitely Jordan, LeBron, maybe Kareem, and I think that that's gonna be the top three like that. That's probably my top three regardless. And then like Magic.
Say it again. Who's your top three?
Jordan, LeBron, Kareem.
Okay.
Then my next four are kind of grouped together, which is Magic, Wilt, Russell, Bird. Like I feel like both of those pairs kind of have to be like somewhere in the same vicinity. Like they were rivals. There was no definitive. This guy was better than this guy. Like they're forever linked. So I think that those four are also grouped together. And then like 8 to probably like 12 or 13. It's also like a group. So like Duncan, Shaq, Oscar, Kobe. I think Hakeem's probably in there. Like, so cutting off at 10 is kind of like hard because it's like, well, you have three guys on the back end that are kind of all in the same range as the next three that you left out. So it kind of is what it is, whatever.
So, hey, like I said, some people get up to that. I'm curious though. Who is y'all number one? Who is y'all? You think they're the best player? Like I said, it's a tier to me. When you can talk about who's the best out of the tier, like that's personal preference to a certain degree. It's like just your opinion, but I'm curious, like who is y'all number one NBA player? Like who's the best in your book?
It's always been Mike for me.
That was number one for Candace, Kobe. So
I'm curious if it's like we haven't talked about it since then. So I was curious to know if Kobe is still GOAT level to you, or if these years of LeBron have
if you would have asked him before this weekend, Mike got a different response.
No, I'm still Kobe.
Kobe is still yeah.
Yeah, it's still like I said, it's my personal opinion. Like no disrespect to Jordan.
Of course.
Eric? I'll still go with Jordan. Like I go back and forth on it. Like it depends on where LeBron is basically at that point in time. So I think that ultimately I'm just gonna have to wait until his career is over to look at everything in totality. But like I think right now I still got Jordan. Yeah,
for me it's Jordan. I wanted to ask y'all this too, but I completely forgot until just now. The one thing that was super cool about the NBA 75 celebrations is that it was a chance for me to see so many of the players that like made me fall in love with basketball, who like just like who I grew up watching. Like there were some guys who like my uncles would talk about, and I'm like, oh, like that's Uncle Michael Guy or that's Uncle Tony Guy. Like I know that. But then to see like our generation of players come up where it was like Ivo and like it's just like Jason Kidd and Steve Nash. I'm like, these are like some of the guys that made me fall in love with basketball. So I wanted to know what players made y'all fall in love with basketball, because I can start because y'all didn't have time to think about the question, but it was Jordan for me. That's what made me watch basketball. Like I used to watch sports when I was a kid because my uncles were watching it. And if I came in the room, they were not changing the channel. Like you gonna watch what I'm watching or you gonna leave. So I would sit there and they was teaching me the game as a kid. And it just became part of what I enjoyed. And I saw Jordan. I was like amazed at him at all times. Like he just did stuff that seemed unrealistic. Like it just seemed like he was bigger than life. Like Jordan was who really got me into loving basketball. And when he retired, I didn't watch it as much until like some of the new class started coming in. Like when me and Ken started becoming cool, Kobe was becoming the man. And I used to love to hate Kobe. So like he also helped fuel my love for the sport because I loved cheering against Kobe Bryant. I loved cheering against Kobe when he was younger. I loved watching Steve Nash. That was my boy. I loved watching Jay Kidd. I loved watching Peja Stojakovic. Like, I don't know why Peja, like that's random,
Peja
but
was
like
Yeah.
I loved Peja
Put on the show.
Stojakovic. I love Peja. So like it's just I was curious, like who were some of y'all favorite players who helped y'all fall in love with basketball?
Definitely Jordan, who, like you said, kind of got me. It was all the fanfare and stuff like that. I want to be like Mike and all of that. So Jordan, but I was a Penny Hardaway fan. I was a Shaq fan. I was
Penny's
a
a big
big
one.
Ray
That's
Allen
cool.
fan. Ray Allen really kind of, when he kind of started blowing up in Milwaukee and stuff like that, really kind of integrated me
Yep.
into the NBA for the most part. Like like I said, I was Penny, Shaq, and Jordan and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I would watch it but they weren't on my team. But when Ray Allen started blowing it up, then I started kind of, go ahead, pay a little bit more attention to what's going on here. And then
He made me a Bucks fan. Ray Allen made me a Bucks fan.
Yeah, I mean, he was one of my favorite players for so long. So I'll probably say Jordan got me there, but Ray Allen was kind of really what made me like the NBA, like really get into the NBA.
That's what's up. I know, like I knew you liked Ray, but I didn't know it was that big. So
I had to take the nickname, bro. Like they call me Ray over in the hood. What you talking about?
Who?
Somebody guard him. Don't let him. Don't let him shoot, bro. Who man is that? That was me. Who man is that? Tree. Bang. What you talking about?
Bang.
Bang. Here you go. Bang.
Bang.
Ken.
Well, mine of course was Kobe. I grew a fro and everything because of Kobe, all of that.
He had a Kobe fro for years.
Yeah. And then second would be KG, Kevin Garnett.
Interesting.
Yeah, he was one of the ones because I was like, he was just a dog. Yeah, and I was just like, yo, this dude, cold. So yeah, Kobe, KG, and then Penny. Penny was always nice. My uncle actually got me on Penny or whatever because he actually looked like Penny Hardaway. That's it. So
I fucked with the little Penny commercials.
Yeah, those were good.
And then Shaq, of course, too. So Magic, Shaq, and then of course when he came to the Lakers, it just elevated. So yeah, so those were mine.
Eric?
I won't answer your question, but I actually had thought about this as we were going through All-Star weekends. Like, I wonder, like, when the generation of kids that are kids now, like, once they're, like, our age, like, I feel like Steph Curry specifically, but Steph and Kyrie, like, they have such, like, a hold on, like, that younger generation. Like, their stock is really going to rise over, like, the next 15 to 20 years as the people that grew up watching them, one, enter the league, but two, like kind of come to control the conversation a little bit. Because it's like the people that are like right behind us, like LeBron is their dude. And like all they've known is like LeBron. And like Jordan captured like our childhood. So like for us and like people a little bit older than us, it's like, damn, Jordan was like that dude. Because like that's what you were introduced to. Like that was your standard. And like people before that, it might be like Magic. You know, so it's kind of like SNL where it's like whoever was, you know, like the best class of SNL is always like whoever was on it when you were like 12. And it's the same thing with like basketball. It's like whoever was that dude when you were like 7 or 8 or whenever you happen to like start paying attention to basketball, like that's kind of like who you tend to gravitate towards like in these historical conversations.
Yeah, generally.
So, yeah, with that being said, Jordan, and I don't even think I was necessarily a fan of it, but I think that he captured like my imagination, like made me interested in basketball because it was just like the Bulls were always on TV, you know, like NBC triple headers on Sundays. Jordan shoes really is the answer. Like Jordan the player, whatever Jordan shoes, like that was my shit. And like that probably like fed into like why I like basketball because like, you know, you got penny shoes. It burst like signature lines like that. A little bit later, it was Dwayne Wade because he was at Marquette like before I went to.
I know who's going later. You know, D Wade is bump.
Well, I'm just trying to think like who are my favorite players. Like I never gravitate. I think towards players. Like I always gravitated towards like random ass role players like BJ Armstrong and Kendall Gill. Like
now I know BJ is your boy. Like you love BJ.
BJ, yeah, dude. But
yeah,
double one time.
Hey yo.
Yeah.
We don't. Yeah, and like now that I'm older and like most of you guys are younger than me, it's kind of weird to have a favorite player. Like not weird, but
It's just different.
It's interesting.
Yeah, like the only there's active players that I love watching where I'm like, yeah, that's my boy right there. Like Giannis is special. Like Giannis might end up being like my favorite player to ever exist at the end of the career, just because of like the fanship and watching him grow.
No players ever brought me more joy than Giannis. So.
Yeah, that's a fact. And then like I love Ja Morant, I love LaMelo Ball. Like
for sure.
It's a lot of talent. I do want to hit the comments real quick because Mark and Shell for giving their opinion. So Mark has Kareem as the greatest of all time. Shells has Jordan. When talking about players that helped them fall in love with ball, Mark had Ray Allen, KG, Vince Carter. Shell said that Jordan was the reason that he begged his dad for a little tights court, and Ray Allen was the reason why he wanted to learn how to shoot threes. So like, And shout out to Ivo too. Like he wasn't a favorite player of mine, but like he was the coolest player I had ever seen before in my life.
I was gonna say, like, also there's that subset of our generation where it's like and1 mixtape, like love Iverson like that. So everybody like contributed to the game and like
facts. So. And it was cool to see them all, like most of them up there, like together. Where I'm like, dang, like Dr. J standing next to Jordan, standing next to Giannis, standing next to Steph, and it's like what? So
for the first time in my life, I was jealous of 76ers fans because there was a picture of like Embiid on the court, and then they had like Iverson sitting next to Dr. J on the sidelines. Like it's always just framing the three of them. It's like that's Sixers hit. Well, add in Wilt, but that's Sixers history basically, like for the last 40 years. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be like Giannis
and
Ray Allen.
And shout out to Charles Barkley too. He was someone I liked as a kid. I liked his shoes a lot. Speaking of like shoes getting you, I love Barkley's for some reason. I think because my cousin Michael had him, and he had this whole. I'm gonna show y'all the picture. He had this whole fit, and I remember being a kid and being like, I want. Like he always had all the stuff, and I was like, man, I want it. I'm gonna buy me some Barkleys just because I'm gonna find my cousin. I'm gonna wear them to him. Like, look what I got. And he's gonna be like, oh, what, cuz? And I'm like, yeah, payback. MLB has postponed their spring training games through March 5th amid the lockout and CBA negotiations. So they doing all the legalese right now. They going back and forth, putting offers on the table, ain't being accepted. So I just want to ask, especially the baseball guys, do y'all think the season starts on time?
Nope.
No, it's not gonna start on time.
It don't really sound like they like. It sounds like the MLB put out some shit. MLBPA, like nah, and a lot of it is with the arbitration years because like cats want to get paid sooner than having to be in the league for 5-6 years and then finally getting their first payday. Because you told us no, we'll give you a 2% raise for the first 6 years, even though you've been an all-star, or you could take this $100 million contract for 10 years, even though you're only 20. like guys like, nah, bro, I've been in the league for 4 years. You want to be able to send me up and down whenever the fuck y'all want to. Let me be able to stay here and make my money when I've played well enough. Like, it usually comes down to arbitration, a lot of these conversations, but this year there's been some stubbornness. So they pushed back spring training and they told fans, if you got tickets already, like we'll give you a full refund and shit. Like we'll see how it go, but it's an owner induced lockout, so it's not like it's the players.
Yeah.
Shell said ain't gonna be no season, and
it'll be a season. They ain't missing the money like that. They'll miss the spring training money, but they ain't. I mean, even spring training money is more so like in the black, like for real. Like this like almost all profit for the spring training money. So that's gonna hurt them, but they ain't gonna hurt them like regular season money. Like I don't think they want to miss money like that, but it's the owners who saying nah. So we'll see.
All I know is that I need there to be a season because I need a tailgate. It's time. It is time. It is time. We didn't do a tailgate the last year before the pandemic, so I said we needed a break. We'll be back next year, and then a whole pandemic came and shut the world down, and now we ain't had a tailgate since
2019,
2018. Was it?
I didn't do one in 18.
We didn't do one. We didn't do it. We didn't do it in 19.
Oh, 19.
We did it in 8. Yeah, last one was 2018.
3 years,
and
4 years.
4. It's been 4, and we're at a point now where me and the mayor are getting texts from people who don't even live in the state no more. Like, hey, when you're at that tailgate, Let us know. We'll come back to Milwaukee for the tailgate. Need that tailgate.
Take
Need that.
The red eyes just flying to the city overnight.
Need that. Need that. So NFL put out some betting odds, not the NFL, but Vegas be on top of everything. So they put out the 2022 NFL MVP odds. This was as of the 15th of this month. I want to know who y'all got your early money on. So they got Rodgers plus 700 along with Patrick Mahomes. At plus 900, you got Josh Allen. Plus 1,200, you got Joe Burrow. Plus 1,400, you got Herbert. And then the plus 1,500, you got Stafford. Who would you put your early money on for MVP next year? Tim thinking of
Joe. I'll probably say between Joe or Justin.
Given the odds, I'd put some money down on Joe for sure. I'd probably put a little money down on Stafford just to see.
Just because he got the ring, they'll probably give him a little bump in the votes. Like, you know what? You might not be that bad, Staff. I know you get the other team the ball every game, but might not be that bad.
So, like, obviously they went all in this year. Like, how is their cap sheet looking for next year? Like, are they gonna have to get rid
They
of
could bring it back if they wanted to.
I couldn't tell you. I have not paid attention to their cap sheet.
Aaron Donald, the rumors were Aaron Donald retiring and stuff like that. But then after they had their Super Bowl thing, their post came and they media blitz and all of that stuff like that. They was talking about running it back, and then I seen an article out there like they actually. I don't know if it's Tampa Bay level of running it back, but they can bring back the main guys if they needed to. Like they can legitimately try to run it back if they really wanted to.
Yeah. Okay. So, I wouldn't ask for specifics, but I figured like there would be some type of information out there that you might have seen. So thank you for that.
For sure.
Shell said Joe Shiesty and Mark had Herbert or Burrow. So we all pretty much on the same page when it comes to that. Okay. We almost at the end. We're gonna get through here so we get to our top 5. But Tyreek Hill tweeted out, quote, "I'm about to race everybody that called me out. Let's go." End quote. Tim, you ready to call out Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, I did on
Hey,
Twitter.
do it now. We need an official call out. We're gonna post everything.
If he wants to run, if he really about that shit, I am down to do it. I ain't running from nobody, just running away from everybody. What you talking about? I do it if he want to get to the foot. We can go ahead and skedaddle. I ain't like that.
Get down. Let him know he don't want that smoke.
Nah, for sure. He gonna bring his little crew. I'll bring my crew too. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna
be out there like
we need some preliminaries. Can be out there, you know.
Hell yeah, we out here.
Can't preliminary doing what?
We out here.
He running the jokes. No, he running the jokes. But no, for sure. Like when I seen that, I was like, I wonder if he legit. And then I seen you tag me in it. I was like, okay. But if he about it, I'll do it. I know years ago when I was a young spry guy, I was like, no, to the Olympic sprinter, but fuck that shit. I ain't got shit to lose. I ain't got shit to lose now. Like, fuck it.
So on wax, officially, Tim is calling out Tyreek Hill. He want that smoke in a race.
We want the smoke. We want the smoke. I'm gonna have my hair cut too. Make sure I'm aerodynamically sound. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I'm all good to go. And can't have nothing. Nope. Can't have a wing get caught in that mug and then that fuck like a breaking shit. Nope, can't do it.
Hey, Tyreek Hill, the ball is in your court. Tim ready to go. He got the sneak. He ready to lace him up.
He got to run the flip flops though. He got to take it step by step too. Flip flops first and then shoes.
You gonna make him be like, no, you better come correct if you gonna come to this race, fam.
Flip flop first and shoes. Then we'll talk about cleats later.
Nah, you know what this race gonna be. He want the smoke, Ty. We gonna try to get that going. Tech File fam, we need y'all to tweet at Tyreek Hill as well. Let Cheetah know
for sure
that we got a Cheetah too.
So we gonna clip this part and put it out.
Oh heck yeah, we gonna clip this. We posting this. Let me get the time 1:44. We out here.
So we're gonna be out here scared. My money's on Tim. Fuck it.
Hey,
let's go.
Hey, I'm supporting my guy out here.
It'd be nigga like plus 12,000, but it's all
right. What's the odds? What's the odds on my guy?
Plus 12,000. Y'all gonna need some real money and shit today. Fuck it.
What's the odds? Oh my god.
Bet $1 get 68K fucking with me.
Hey,
Hey. No, Tim's probably the fastest person I know. It's either him or my baby brother. It's between the two of them.
Your brother might have me now because that motherfucker. Well, because after he caught me, I ended up turning around like, nah, fuck that. I ain't getting chased down again like that. Not from no young cat.
The young
Yeah,
cat's
we
the
had
ones you got to worry about.
Yeah, I was saying,
Ty
did
Hill, a young cat.
I don't give a shit. Ty Hill's like what 27, 28 now. So he
Younger-
got some
he
mileage
younger
on him.
than-
Hey, he got NFL miles on him too. He ain't a regular 27, 28. so I we'll roll out with that.
I like how being the fastest player in the NFL is like a demerit in Tim's eyes. Like,
Tyreek Hill is 27.
Yeah, that's what I was like. He's 27, 28.
Yeah, the
He
prime
got
of
some
his
NFL
life.
years on him. He got some NFL years on. Hey, what you
The
talking about?
prime.
Them hit them legs, they ain't the same. They ain't the same 21-year-old, 22-year-old legs. That's all right.
yeah, but you got 33-year-olds. Like,
Hey, listen, I ain't got hit. I ain't been getting hit. Ain't nobody been taking me out by the kneecaps on Sundays.
Shells
take
in
my
the
chances.
comments said Tim gonna make him run in Crocs.
Hey, put him in sports mode.
Hey,
That's
put-
fair. That's fair. I ain't even got no Crocs, but I'll make. You know what? I'm looking.
No, he
sports
said
mode
Tim.
joints.
No, that
He's
you
gonna
was gonna
make-
make Ty Hill.
Oh hell yeah, that's what I'm saying. He can do that, but I gotta look into some too. Maybe they might be comfortable enough to run there. Then maybe he can't run in those because then I'm like, if they comfortable, he can't do it.
See, you don't stack the deck against yourself, fam. Don't
I ain't
offer
second
up.
guessing it. I already told you 12,000 plus on the bet.
All right. Elimination Chamber took place this past weekend. It was on Saturday afternoon because this show was in Saudi Arabia. Brock Lesnar won the Elimination Chamber match to become the new WWE champion. And then, of course, WWE confirmed that we're going to get Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania in a champion versus champion match. But at this moment of this recording, WWE has not confirmed if this will be a winner takes all match or some
know it's
kind of
gonna be that.
unification. I'm reporting what we know at the moment, and at the moment it's just champion versus champion. So we'll definitely see how that goes. And currently, the WrestleMania 38 card is looking like this. We know 3 matches for sure. The one I just named, Brock versus Roman, title winner versus or champ versus champ. And then you got both of the women's title matches confirmed. You have Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch for the Raw women's title, and then Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown women's title. That's what we know so far.
They're I don't know if they're teasing it on TV yet, but they're definitely teasing it on social media. We getting Stone Cold back?
That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get apparently Stone Cold versus Kevin Owens, which I'm like, if we were bringing Stone Cold back, that's not the match I wanted to see, but I get it. They both do a stunner, so whatever.
Stunner versus Stunner. Fuck out of here.
That's pretty much what that would be the allure of that to my knowledge. Like they saying that Kevin Owens is the modern Stone Cold. He's been trying to do like the fight Owens fight and then picking up the stunner and going against the Authority. Like he's been trying for a while.
It sounds good.
Right.
I do too.
Camille, what match do you want for Stone Cold then?
The one I wanted is no longer possible. That was just to see him go against CM Punk. Like that was the only match I wanted to see Stone Cold come back for, and that moment has passed. So now I would just prefer to see Stone Cold stay at home.
Yeah.
Like that's my honest opinion. I'm tired of some of these dudes coming back. Like, why did Goldberg have to wrestle? I don't need to see Goldberg no more.
I think he still got a couple more matches left on his
I
contract.
don't want to see Goldberg no more.
I'm sure he got like 2 more matches left.
We can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Like just do like the ultimate dream match from 1998 and give Stone Cold and Goldberg.
I don't want to see that either.
He ain't even a safe worker. Like, bleh.
Yuck.
Like if Stone Cold came back, I would want him to put up with somebody who they would figure to be safe. So one person I told Sam, I was like, yeah, they teasing AJ Styles and Edge, but AJ Styles and Stone Cold. Like I'm sure they can find some storyline, but AJ Styles will still make him look really good. If they want to go to the cinematic approach like they did with the Taker, they can do that. He's still a big enough name. Like they can figure out something like that, or rumors is Cody Rhodes is coming back. I like
Absolutely not.
It's just different people outside of Kevin Owens that we can kind of give more
nobody
of
you just
attention
named-
to.
I was gonna say nobody that you just named is appreciably a bigger
On the
name
level.
than Kevin Owens. Like they're
AJ
on the same
Styles?
level.
At this
As
point,
they're
no.
presented in WWE, like no, like they're on the same level.
Like if you want to talk about like career wise, I guess AJ Styles like has a certain level of prestige that Kevin Owens doesn't. But like what they're doing right now in WWE, like even Shell said gross. Why Brock Lesnar again? You know why Brock Lesnar again? Because Brock makes money.
He's fun right now.
And that.
Brock is actually probably the most entertaining he's been in the WWE at this point, outside of being the next big thing. Like the next big thing, Brock was amazing. And now this Brock, though, like this bought in, just let me just have fun, Brock, is very entertaining.
Yeah.
When he bust out that damn cage because Bobby Lashley was supposed to be picked, he said, fuck
the problem
it.
is nobody's watching. Like, nobody's watching to see, like, this supposedly fun Brock Lesnar. Because you've had the last 4 years. Like,
so we'll see. We'll see what happens. They'll keep going on their road to WrestleMania. We'll see how that goes. So a couple other things real quick, wrap up. Vanderbilt basketball debuted wearable pitch signaling devices, which is my fault, baseball, which is to help cut down sign stealing and improve pace of play. 155 of the NFL draft prospects are prepared to boycott NFL draft combine because of the bubble restrictions that the NFL is trying to put into place.
I think they already caved.
I figured that wasn't
came out was like, nah, we don't want to. Like, bro, y'all don't stand on.
To be clear, the NFL caved. Like, they're not
right, not the players.
Yeah.
The XFL and the NFL have reached a collaboration agreement to innovate together on game rules, officiating, and health and safety, among other areas. But Danny Garcia, who is the XFL chairwoman / owner, made it clear that the deal is not a precursor to becoming a developmental league for the NFL, which sounds good, but we'll see what happens.
Oh, this sounds all developmental, sir.
Apparently, there's a new USFL launching.
Wasn't it like a draft today or something like that?
I think that's all I know.
Let me see. USFL.
We'll see. It ain't. If the USL is back, good luck.
Right. It's like, why do we keep
I don't know
these dead leagues and like?
I don't know.
It's never gonna like. It's best case scenario is going to be a developmental league for the NFL. Like none of them are gonna compete. Like nobody watches this shit. Like
yeah, it'll be back April 16th.
Good luck.
Kick off.
Good luck. Blow the whistle time. Let's get into it. E, the spotlight is yours.
All right, I got two. I'll try to make them quick. First, I don't ever want to hear anything about tampering ever again in the NBA. Like the fact that James Harden basically declared in the middle of the season, like I'm going to the Sixers, and then it happened. Like you tell me he didn't have any type of communication with his former GM, his former team CEO. Apparently, he's friends with ownership with the Sixers. Like
nobody knew.
Tristan Thompson had a new team before he was even like his coach announced it post game. Last night. This is Tristan's last night with us. We appreciate him for the week of service that he had on the team. Like he's gonna be with the Bulls tomorrow. Like
even the tweet
it just happened. Like just don't lie to me. Like I don't care. Like it's just like don't tell me it's one thing when it's clearly the other.
Or hold us to a certain standard.
I mean, I don't even care from a Bucks perspective. Like just league wide. Like is as a fan, as somebody that follows the league. Like you telling me like this. You're trying to tell me that this shit isn't happening, and it clearly is. So, like, why
and everybody see it?
Put up the facade of, we're cracking down on tampering. We're making the penalties stiffer and blah blah blah. Like, no, you're not, and you don't have any incentive to do it because like all the rumors and shit like that gets more attention on your game. Like people, it gets you clicks, it gets Woj bombs, like getting hundreds of thousands of retweets, like. It's good for business, but like you try to act like you're not doing it so that you can selectively enforce the rules that you claim to have. Whatever. Tracy McGrady. I understand that you might be salty because you didn't make the top 75. You probably deserve to. It's not my place to say. What is my place to say is that you ain't gonna come in here trying to hate on somebody that dropped 50 in Game 6 of the NBA Finals to win Finals MVP.
Close
out. We're not going to do that. So if you hadn't seen it, he said, and I quote, if you can't shoot, it's gonna be hard. And Giannis' game is predicated on coming downhill. It would have been tough for him to be who he is today back in my day. Same way that he would have struggled in T-Mac's era. First of all, I was around for your era. Most of y'all niggas could shoot. Like, we want to keep it a buck. At least not shoot, efficiently.
Not like this. Not like
Also,
this.
young Shaq, old Shaq, all Shaqs ran through that league.
Tim Duncan's, David
There's
Robinson's.
been one player that's been compared to Shaquille O'Neal in this era is Giannis.
Talk to him.
Also, illegal defense rules. That wall shit that quote unquote shuts Giannis down, you couldn't do that. So y'all gotta play straight up. Giannis.
Take his ass. What are you guarding Giannis? T-Mac, what? Like, no.
You really think my guy would have struggled?
No, because you the 6'7", 6'8" guy on the court.
6'8", like what? 200 pounds?
Hey, you the closest big man to him. Go ahead and go out.
like seriously, let's take a step back here. Who's guarding Giannis 1-on-1?
This size, this
Top
athletic
color.
ability.
Not
Not from the perimeter.
Y'all mean
Only you're just gonna have to put.
Grant
Now
Hill?
y'all ain't got the footwork to be out there on the perimeter like that.
Oh, Giannis would have looked forward to dunking on Yao.
Dog, that'd have been his mission every game.
Like the bigs wasn't nimble enough to hold him, and the guards and wings weren't strong enough. Their arms were a little too short to box with God. Let's put it that way.
Shit, that's why.
Come on, T-Mac. Like we don't have to do this. Like I saw. Let me get on my soapbox for a minute. I saw people this morning. As we said, it's an ice storm in Wisconsin. Schools were closed. I saw people my age talking about back in my day, we had to go to school in 10 inches of snow, and it was like we not. Stop. Things weren't harder when you were younger. Things weren't better when you were younger. Like there have been incremental changes, but like there's give and take everywhere. Certain things would have been easier, certain things would have been harder. But at the end of the day, like life is going to whoop your ass regardless. So,
Facts.
like, let's not do this comparing like y'all have it so easy nowadays because I struggled back in the day. It don't work like that.
Facts.
That's all I got.
Let's bring the organ.
Man, shut up. Because I definitely saw people like, oh, we didn't have ice back in the 90s. Listen, fam, I don't get
You
how
weren't driving
people,
in it.
I don't get how people get upset at safety becoming more of a priority. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just because we had to go through some crap that we probably shouldn't have, like, that doesn't mean that like it's a problem now. Like, we shouldn't have been doing it either. Like, it should have been a thing. We have
Like,
gotten better as a people.
Imagine somebody growing up in the 60s talking about, man, y'all saw fast kids today. Y'all got car seats and seat belts. Like, you ain't had that shit in my day. Like,
Facts. They had benches. Benches in
bro,
their
just
car.
dying.
We had to sit on the crates and shit in the back seat. We clocked in. It was 18 of us in one car.
Good for you. I'm glad you're still here. I'm glad you made it.
Glad you made it.
Like, come on,
Y'all hit that corner, the whole car going.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's just
Two
flying.
wheels. All right, 2 wheels shorty, bro. Every rip. I remember.
I
those
feel
days.
you on
They were
that.
funny.
And yeah, and I'm glad you brought the T-Mac thing. I just want to double back and say one more thing, because one thing I'll say about that era, there were a lot of good power forwards, and most of them couldn't shoot either. So I don't understand the argument at all. Tim Duncan was not out here stretching it out to the 3-point line. What's your point?
Shit, was Alonzo Mourning doing shit like that, dude?
Hell no.
like, come on, like the really good, like good guys weren't out
Ben
there
Wallace?
pulling threes and
You
shit.
thought was Ben out there?
No.
Shit.
Was Irvin No Magic out there? No.
First of all, Irvin shouldn't even. Irvin don't belong.
Irvin No Magic wasn't out there pulling threes.
Yeah. Hey, we gotta find him, bro. We need to find that guy.
Irvin Johnson, that is funny.
Chelsea, man, they had prayers back in them times. That's a fact. My mom's talking about them how they had just a bench, and they was like, "Oh, 5 of us be in the back seat," and I'm like, "Just 5 of y'all on a bench, just in the car?"
They had a shit.
Like there was no, like it was just it was a bench. Like it
No
was
safety, just car. Just
talking about that's
seat,
how they
bro.
rode from Mississippi.
Y'all hold
up
on
here
to each other while y'all
Wisconsin.
driving and shit.
That's crazy.
You hit the corner, bro.
That's
Hold on to
crazy.
the door and the person.
Yeah.
Like shit.
Hey, but them cars was sturdy though. You can you bounce
Them
off.
cars is death traps, bro. All metal, bro.
Yeah, bro. You
That's
hit
why
it,
they didn't
you
get
can
lasted.
pull off. You know?
They lasted. But no.
Yeah, man. Good old
That
days.
is that's the blow the whistle this week. Let's get into that tech top 5. All right, so I saw 2 votes. And if I am wrong, y'all feel free to correct me. But if I am not wrong, then the winners of last week's Tech Top 5, which was Best Black Sitcom Characters of the 90s, was myself. And which one of y'all had Marlon on your list?
I did.
Ken. It was me and Ken. We won. So shout out to you, brother.
Hey, first of all, I'm gonna start calling motherfuckers out. I almost said fuck you because y'all don't want to vote, but y'all need to start voting.
Yeah, people be liking the comment. We don't need you to like it, we need you to vote.
Hey, yo, I like that. I like what y'all doing out here, bro.
Oh, that's a cool top 5.
Like damn, like, you know, that's
drop-
a cool graphic. And that's
Drop a letter. Just pick a letter, fam. Pick the list that corresponds best with what you like. And if you feel like dropping another comment,
this thumb.
they
We got 2 votes, and I see at least 3 people in the comments right now. So some math ain't math.
Who in the comments? Y'all like I ain't
Hey, Sweats and Suits in here, fam.
Bro, what up, fellas?
y'all
I ain't even see him
motherfuckers
come
don't
in. What up,
know.
though?
What up, y'all? What up, family? Y'all niggas
He's
better vote next week, goddammit. We be taking our sweet time doing these goddamn lists for y'all motherfuckers out to vote. What's wrong with y'all?
Talk to him. This week, though, we are ending Black History Month with a draft. Since, you know, the next time we come into the studio, it'll be March 1st. So, to close out Black History Month, we are doing a draft. And the draft that we are doing is putting together like a musical group. So, Sweats and Suits said, leave knee pads alone, man. I don't know who you talking to.
Is he wrestling?
Leave me pads.
Like he wrestling, but they're like football. Like, what you
What
on?
we talking about?
What you on, fam? What you on? But yeah, we've created music groups this week, so we're doing it as a draft. I'm gonna just do it like this. Who want to pick first?
Not me.
Shit, I don't want it.
I'll go
bro.
for it.
I don't want it.
I didn't say who want to go fourth. I said who want to go first.
I
Now
don't
I'm
want
doing
it.
it. I'll do a number generator. Don't y'all worry. I'll do it.
Irvin Johnson. Gotcha.
Oh, he's talking about Irvin
Oh.
Johnson.
Oh no,
Okay.
Irvin, no
Okay.
magic, bro.
Okay. All right. That's cool. Yeah, knee pads.
I like
okay.
it.
We got you. We got you. We thought you was coming for the smoke for a second. All right. Who wants their number first?
I don't want it.
Take it.
I'll go.
You said,
Oh.
She pointed
Right.
like we know who she pointed at.
I know it.
So okay, you want it like
I was looking at the 2 of them over here. Like you right now.
Who is the two?
Eric and Ken. I'm looking at the layout. It's you, Dooch, Eric, myself, and Ken. So which one of y'all wanted first? Eric or Ken? Y'all both raise your hands. They said
I'll
so.
take it.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Eric, you got 4. Who wants
Oh,
the
number 2. I was like, damn.
Who wants number next?
I'll go.
Ken,
I'll go. Yeah.
you're 3. Tim,
Don't do it to me. Not like this.
you 2. God dang it, I'm number
Hey.
1. All right. Musical groups.
Shoot.
It's gonna be difficult though.
Yeah, this is going to be very.
I got a
You gotta
couple
get,
notes.
you gotta get the right
8.
energies.
get the
You
right
gotta get the
vibe,
right
The vibe right.
vibe. Do I want a rap group? Do I want a singing group? Do I want to make the band where I got a rapper and a singer? I don't know. The pressure here is
What kind of
number
vibe
one
you going? You
spot
going
is
hip hop? You going R&B? You going dance hall? What you doing?
Dance.
And
hall.
it's so many black artists.
Yeah.
Dylan.
Hey.
You know what? I know the direction I'm going in. My first pick of the black music group draft, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the legendary butter smooth.
Marvin
Voice
Gaye?
is smooth as butter. Marvin Gaye. Go on, Mr. Marvin Gaye.
That's a good. Okay, good number one. That's a good one.
Tim.
Timmy.
See, I was trying to figure out what vibe I wanted to.
Yeah, it's hard. So I had to make a decision and just.
I also said I was gonna grab the producer first because that producer was gonna kind of pretty much dictate my vibe. And I thought about Timbaland for the longest, but
That's your boy.
it is my boy. But Pharrell be making some sick shit too.
Can't go wrong with him either.
I think I'm gonna roll with Pharrell as my producer.
Okay.
See, I don't think I'm picking a producer.
See, I got because Pharrell could be on the hooks and shit too. So
No, he definitely could. Like, it's so many ways you can go. So we'll talk as my group comes together. Ken, who you picking?
I'm going Kanye.
Kanye to the
Yes, ma'am. Yay.
He was right there too.
Yeah.
Eric.
So I also don't know what direction I'm gonna take this yet.
I don't either. I'm winging the shit out of it.
Man.
I'm gonna go with somebody versatile.
Okay.
Let me get Drake.
Nigga, I was next. All right, good one though. That's a good one.
The problem is I have the next pick, so I still got to pick a direction.
I think I know one.
Ooh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm making the woo. Okay. I'm excited now.
Okay. I wish I was that excited.
Because I'm going R&B. I feel like y'all going more rappy, so I'm going singing over here.
I was easy.
I wouldn't either. I don't know why.
Mine gonna be a little interesting.
Let me
get a.
Let me get a. No, I'm playing. I'm gonna go with Rihanna.
Great. That's a good one.
Okay.
It's on me, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna go Beyonce.
Okay, because Ken trying to go for the votes. I see what's happening here. All right, Tim.
I'm gonna go Mike. Give me Mike Jackson.
All right.
All right. So I go back to back here. Let me go ahead and grab Childish Gambino.
Okay, good one.
And then let me go ahead and grab Erykah Badu.
Ooh.
We singing what we got. We bringing some harmonies and some vibes over here. That's what we're going with. We're going with vibes over here.
Hey, I feel you on the vibes. Let me get Bob Marley.
Bob Marley, Pharrell, and Michael Jackson. Okay. Unexpected, but I could.
We can mix some stuff because I got one more that you might, but I can hear it all mixing.
Okay, we'll see. Ken.
I don't want to do what I want to do.
I don't want to do what I want to do, so I'm gonna do what I ain't gonna want to do.
Yeah, that's basically what I think I'm gonna do. I want to go Earth, Wind, and Fire. Can I pick all of them?
Can you take a whole group? You can't take a whole group.
I'm gonna build a group with a group.
I gotta take Earth, Wind, or Fire.
Yes, bro.
Yes.
Pick an element.
Talking about taking a whole group.
I'm gonna take the Wu-Tang Clan. Like, what the fuck?
Like, come on, man.
I got my rap group now.
God damn it, bro. I don't want to do this though.
Hey, you said you was gonna do what you didn't want to do. Now do it.
I know. Give me Jay-Z.
I mean, that was the logical next one.
Right. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, but I didn't want to do it though.
Hey, you got to go.
Watch the
I understand.
throne,
Yeah, I know.
Eric. Back-to-back picks.
I'm just gonna go for Hail Marys. Like, fuck it. Maybe it comes together. Fuck it. Janet Jackson.
Okay.
Miss Jackson, okay, if you're nasty.
Hey.
Hey, don't format yet for me, Tim.
All right. I was doing.
And then
This is a lot harder than
No, it's extremely difficult trying to draft a group.
Yeah.
And it don't help that I remember what the top 5 was like 3/4 of the way through the show, so I didn't even have any time to prepare.
I didn't prep. No, this is all off the hip. I think for everybody.
Yeah.
I got a little note over here that I was prepping throughout the show.
Oh, this the time he prepped.
The first time in history.
I be trying to prep, but then I be talking.
Eric,
I'm gonna go with Kendrick.
Kendrick Lamar.
No, Kendrick Harris.
Hey, purr.
I was like, wait, what? I for real stopped and said, oh.
Who that?
That guy's going to win.
So we back to Ken now, right, for the pick?
Yeah, sir.
Damn, I don't know.
You got Kanye, Beyonce, and Jay-Z.
Might as well go get Dame Dash.
Hey,
Your Freeway, Memphis Bleak. Hey, we're going right.
Hey, Freeway would be stronger than doggone.
I mean, I think J. Cole is the next logical one.
I feel like I need a male singer.
Do you?
Yeah.
You go get Frank Ocean? Just redo Watch the Throne? Kingdom Come?
Hey, don't be talking about Frank Ocean, fam. He might fit on my squad.
Hey, Frank Cole.
That's what I'm saying. Shh. Quiet. Ken, who you gonna pick?
I don't know.
Right.
Give me motherfucking
So you're gonna pick Frank Ocean now.
You want James Brown?
No, I thought old. I ain't gonna do old though.
One of the Browns.
Chuck Berry?
Chris.
Nah. Motherfucking
Al Green.
I can't pick.
That's what I was gonna get. I ain't gonna lie. But I think I'm gonna do Ron Isley.
Now that's a voice that fit everywhere.
Yeah.
It just.
I think they probably Wilson too. Fuck.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Tim.
Give me Jimi Hendrix.
Okay.
Yo, hey, your squad is coming. It's
Teddy had no.
It's gonna be interesting, but Pharrell can do all of it. He can do rock, he can do pop,
it's eclectic. I don't know how everyone will fit on each of those tracks though.
Hey, Mike could hit him with the Bob. Mike and Bob go ahead and hit a collab. Mike and Jimmy could hit a collab. Like, hey, we can work something out, done. We can work it out.
Okay.
Oh, I know. Damn it. Fuck me.
I got 2 more picks
We got
to go with Marvin, Gambino, and Badu. We got to keep the vibes going. I'm going to pick up her.
God damn it. She was on my short list. That's a great.
Nice. That is a
And
good
then I'm going to finish out my group.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna finish it off.
We got Gambino, Badu, her, and Marvin. I need another vibe, so I'm gonna go with Anderson .Paak.
That's a good one. Oh, I know how many did.
That's my squad there. Tim, last pick.
Give me
2 per.
Teddy Riley.
Now that would have been a cold. That's a draft pick. Teddy Riley right there. That's dang. Teddy would have been a whole different direction to go in.
Yeah.
I considered him my first pick. Then I went a different direction.
Oh, for real. See.
I need a. See,
You got Pharrell, you got Michael Jackson, Bob Marley, and Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, I feel like I needed a. I need a female voice to kind of carry, that kind of put everything together, like an Aretha or something. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like Aretha would just. I feel like Aretha.
It off, though.
I feel like she will fit in with this crew. Yeah, give me Aretha.
She gonna come in singing.
Give me some. She give me some vocals. She give me a verse. She give me a background. She give me some harmonizing. We'll work something out.
Ken, your last pick. Your squad so far is Kanye to the Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Ron Isley.
Bruno Mars.
Now, if I would have picked Teddy Riley, Bruno would have been the the very next.
That's fine.
All right, Eric.
The Weeknd.
Okay, that's a good one.
I was going with Bruno, but The Weeknd was my backup. So
I think Weeknd's actually a better fit than Bruno probably would be. So let's just revisit our groups, get some honest feedback.
Should we sign off on the good news because it's 8:30?
Oh yeah, good news, folks. Appreciate y'all. We out of here.
We'll see y'all next
Catch
week.
the YouTube for the rest.
YouTube.
But my list for the top 5, my group ended up being Marvin Gaye, Childish Gambino, Erykah Badu, her, and Anderson .Paak. We going for the vibes over here.
I'll see you.
Tim, number 2 pick, your squad.
Pharrell, Mike Jackson, Bob Marley, Jimi Hendrix, and Aretha Franklin. Now, I will say, if I didn't pick Aretha, I was really like, it was between getting like a strong voice like Aretha or Biggie to kind of just float on some of these tracks because he changed his style up. He would have been able to fit on a Bob Marley joint. He would have been able to fit on a Jimmy joint. But I'd take Aretha.
So when you putting this group together, are you imagining that they're ever going to all be on the same track together? Or is
Right.
kind of picking and choosing like different.
I'm doing just like, I mean, it's a group, so eventually, yeah, sure. But I'm also thinking about the different, like the group as its totality. Like, yeah, sure, we'll have a synced track. Sure.
It's a group, fam. That's the whole point of the.
Yeah, we'll have a sync track for sure, but your group can have we got other things going on too. Let us do our thing over here. We're gonna have a sync track. The answer is yes.
I'm just trying to see the vision. That's all.
because if it's not,
I got a vision.
If it's not,
our group, hey, we work different than y'all. That's all. We still a
but
group.
no. My point is, if it's not drafted as a group in its totality, then what was the point of the draft? Because it was a group.
Who said it wasn't?
Who said what wasn't?
That I didn't draft in totality. You said that. I didn't.
You just never mind. Next, Ken, what's your group?
Shit, I got Kanye. Kanye, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Ron Isley, and Bruno Mars.
Eric, 4th pick.
Drake, Rihanna, Janet Jackson, Kendrick Lamar, and The Weeknd.
Hey, Deuce, you an impartial 5th party. Of those groups so far, which one would you? Whose album you buying first?
Mine.
I might go for the vibes.
Hey, the vibes is real with that album, man.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
I don't know about Bob Marley and Michael Jackson.
Hey, listen. My vocals is Aretha and Mike and Bob, right?
Plenty. He on that motherfucker.
Hey, Mike, he shit on.
Hey, Buffalo Soldier.
Hey, so when they perform, is Aretha gonna dance too, or no?
No, Aretha ain't got to dance like that.
She stands still.
That's what I'm saying.
Got to dance like that. Mike is the show. You got Mike up there dance like his motherfucker. Come on now,
What about
she ain't got to move
Bob?
around like that.
Bob just gonna be on the side too?
Hey, no, Bob would be out there playing all kind of shit. He'd be singing his song, moving around. Like Bob didn't sit still either. Like some of
That's
these
what
people
I'm saying.
moving around. Aretha ain't got to do all of that. She ain't got to do all of that. You got other cats out there. Pharrell will be hopping around and shit. Like she ain't got to do all of that. She ain't Jimmy on the guitar on the side. Like she ain't got to do all of that. She can lean on Jimmy while Mike out there moonwalking. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking stupid.
Like, bro, we can do this. Again, just because our group fanatics ain't just like y'all, don't mean we in a group around here. We get it done.
Exactly.
Solo project. And they all gonna just keep working with Pharrell going forward, fam.
Hey, yes, and we gonna make it magic, baby.
Oh shit,
magic.
Oh boy, that was funny. That's Shell said in the comments, Marley and Aretha on a Pharrell beat. Interesting.
You gotta get the 3 count first, and then we out of here.
It's
the 4 count. The 4 count. Yeah, and then we out of here, bro. You just give our 4 count, and then Bob might woke up this morning. Like Marlon, he might just lead it off, bro. He's in the background, like getting their shit on.
Hey.
Mike Compton, oh no. Jimmy hit you with the round, like, bro, like, yeah, bro, we good. We out here. What you talking about? Multi-platinum world tours. We already set up for the solo acts.
Hey, that's for the metaverse, my nigga. I ain't paid to see it.
Hey, listen, hologram away. We got it.
This man said, "You know what? Let's wrap up the show." That's a perfect way to end this here. We hope y'all enjoyed the episode. If you were in the Wisconsin area or you're also affected by the weather, we hope that y'all are safe out here, taking care of yourselves. And quick announcement: hey, next week we're gonna have some news for y'all. So buckle on up. That being said, people don't listen to this part of the episode normally, so I just told like 5 people probably like
You just tell Shells.
right.
Hey,
Like, hey, Shell, we got an announcement coming. So
Spread the news.
oh, but no, if y'all want to follow me on social media, you can catch me.
Wait a minute.
On Twitter, Instagram, and the PSN streets. I'm still out of breath from laughing. At Camille Monet, CAMILLEMONAE, because
your mom is fancy.
Thank you, sir.
Actual world champion need to make some better moves on the biomarker Milwaukee.
Oh,
on
shit.
Twitter.
That's all you get.
Here.
Everyday_gentleman on Instagram. I'm K Harris 216 on Twitter and Snapchat.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To Me. Don't forget, gotta see it through, my boy. Y'all have a good week.
Bye, y'all.